It's the OK3, David,
JT!
Xavier's here too.
and Christina. We're here to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. The game's been out for, what, 2 weeks now?
About.
So we took, all three of us took time to, like, play the game and get our own opinions about it. All of us' opinions might vary.
They vary.
They will vary.
They will vary.
They will 100% vary.
Especially mine.
I think
Yeah.
games... We'll talk about that later.
I'm about to once. I wanted David to talk for a second.
But we're going to talk about pretty much what we liked about the game, what we hate about the game, and our personal opinions of the ending.
Yeah.
Because...
Oh shit, my ears.
Okay.
And background music, because we're doing this a little differently. So first of all, here's
JT did a
this.
thing.
And personally, which is something I want to do for a long time, because I feel like we have really good conversation about games, but we don't get to share them online.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that we're doing this.
Yeah, me too. I like this. I like this idea. Like like David said, yeah, didn't mean to do a retrospective kind of video for a minute. There was another one I wanted to do, but I couldn't find anyone else who played the game with me.
Plus we all have lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Bowser's Inside Story remake.
Ah.
If I did that, it would be just me. David, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Trying to see Xavier die.
So you guys can't see this because of the new setup I got from
Piece of
Retrospective.
shit! You got fourth this time though! You got first! Fourth place!
Nope, still fifth.
Fuck this game!
So, in case y'all can't tell, because it's in the background, Xavier was playing
Tetris
Tetris
99.
99, that game that was announced yesterday that came out, and he came in 5th place.
Fuck this game.
But he wanted to keep playing until we at least started.
Anger and why are you stopping it?
I was gonna
keep
cry.
playing.
I was like, oh shit, Xavier's gonna get first. I'm sorry, we just changed complete tones.
Well, Christina ended my
Welcome to the Kingdom Hearts retrospective. Man, fuck Tetris! Thanks for coming tonight.
So I was totally gonna keep playing.
No, did you put it on a
Yeah, my
sleep?
dumbass put it on sleep and stuff.
And,
Oh, you didn't turn off the game.
Yeah, by accident.
and anyways, there's one other thing. We're probably gonna try and do more of these later. So like for directs and stuff, and like E3 plan doing, because I'll be around this time around.
Yay, David!
Oh yeah, David's not leaving anymore.
No, I'm not leaving.
No, me and Xavier got roped.
I was offered to go to Vermont.
We got roped.
I was offered to go to Vermont, but I declined it
Ah. So how's chat doing?
for work.
They blew up.
Chat's right next
They blew up.
What?
That kind of was like, I'm gonna wait right here.
All right, so
So you keep setting shit up. I have to put the URL in the Twitter and like in the Discord. So I shall be with that momentarily.
John White, Birds by Sleep. It's a great game.
But that's not what we're here for tonight.
Nope.
I guess we can start by I can check fill the air. So
Oh,
like
you left the door open.
Oh, my bad.
background on us, obviously with OK3.
Yeah.
We play video games. We stream. Argo they stream. I'm just not around.
We say nigga all the time.
We are
We
black.
we have a pass.
We have a pass. We've been doing this for a year. It's been kind of fun.
It's been 3 dollars.
Kingdom Hearts background though. We've all played We played all the Kingdom Hearts games up until now. So like,
Except for this one.
yeah, except Christina.
I
We've, like,
look.
So like playing all the Kingdom Hearts games to finally get 3, for me, is the biggest troll of my life. I'm so mad, but it's okay. We'll get to that part.
It's okay.
I'll just
We're
say,
okay.
I
Yeah.
loved it, but it wasn't what I wanted.
I loved it, and piece of shit game.
You're gonna hear that a lot. You're gonna hear that a lot from David.
Alright, so if Xavier's on chat, I'll go whip out my notes so we can start this off.
Okay, okay, so we're not running around like fucking headless chickens. Xavier and Christina both have points that bring up to us, so we can each share our
Actually, she's pretty
opinion.
much got all my points.
Okay,
So
then
she
Christina has all the points.
Yeah, no, he's going to chat.
Okay, so Christina has all the points,
I gotta
so
find
we're
her
not
chat.
like, you know, yelling and barking at each other and interrupting each other.
You're wrong!
Although that's no, that's
David.
That's
David.
Oh wait, can I have another point? Favorite world and why?
That was already in here.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
By the way, we're still. Alright, let me just put this in the Discord and then I'm officially ready to go.
Favorite world.
There we go, I'm in here.
I understand that they can't see what we're playing, but can we just watch something instead of a black screen? That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, you don't want to look at my pretty face, Dave?
No, not really.
Fuck you too!
That was pretty ugly.
You can't come in first. Let's see you do better than 50, bitch.
If
It
I
is a
do,
bitch.
can I get a bet?
I'll give you $1.
Shit, I can hold out. I can turtle. I can turtle.
I don't know,
let me turn down
niggas.
the volume.
Remember, it started out 5 niggas wanting Xavier's ass all
Yeah,
at once.
yeah.
That was fun. And then I killed 2
I've
of
been
them.
watching Xavier play long enough to understand I can turtle to 50. Alright, let's keep on topic.
What is this, Fortnite? Calm down.
No.
Alright, so Christina, you has the points ready?
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, first things first. Combat feel. How did Sora himself feel in battle to you?
You can go first, Xavier.
Sora himself.
Yeah.
Are we including other 2 characters you play?
Yes, all of them.
Okay, so honestly, I'll start with Aqua because you already played her in point 2.
Yeah.
She felt just like she did in point 2.
No
Beautiful.
complaints.
Yeah, no complaints.
Nah.
Riku, since it's only the one fight scene, you can't really. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. The 2 fight scenes.
Yeah, that's right.
And like you don't really. Thank you for keeping me on point. What's on my head?
Don't worry about it.
The talking stick.
Oh, it's not Mickey ears. I'm disappointed. So
Get the shit off me.
like you don't really get to feel him traversing worlds. It's just combat. Combat-wise, I think he did pretty good. No, Riku.
Yeah.
Aqua was pretty much. She felt like she did in point 2. Almost flawless, but like a little clunky. And then Sora, combat-wise, I would say amazing. Just traversing world-wise, like all the cool flippy shit she does, great. Stopping in front of a shop to buy something. Okay, now I'm in front of it. Trying it. That shit annoyed me to no end. Like, just movement, walking movement in general was just very clunky for me.
Can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Alright, so I personally, Aqua was, you only play Aqua once, and it's kind of just like, I played point 2, but it was not as much as Xavier did, and I felt it was like very, it was a cool, like, in like the cutscene, it was really cool playing as Aqua to fight Vanitas, even though if you play Birth by Sleep, you don't just fucks her shit up. And I thought that was really, it was a cool throwback to people that played Birth by Sleep. Riku, I personally liked playing Riku. I wish I played him more than just 2 boss battles. Like, I really liked his combat. I really liked his, like, Dark Fear, and I wish he, like, you traverse the world more with Riku. It had 2 separate, like, at first it seemed like the game was going to have 2 separate story modes happening at the same time, which it did, except you didn't get to play as Riku. You kind of just got to get, like, the moments he got fucked up. And then when he broke his keyblade, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm Riku again now. That's pretty cool. And playing as Sora, I think that playing as Sora was great. There's just something I didn't like about it. Like, there's things like flow motion, which was in Dream Drop distance. I never really used it unless I wanted to get to higher places.
True.
Because it was such a cool mechanic in Dream Drop, and then when it got to in 3, it felt I never used it.
Let me grab my phone.
As much as I feel like the game wanted me to. I feel like the attractions were like so they were cool at first, and like at certain times they were great, but then as you got later into the game, it felt I don't want to use this at all, and I just don't want you being on my move list.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the way that elements were like upgrade. You could your spellbinders. I thought those were cool because it really helped like make combos easier, and how like and I love the forms. I just hated the. I'm a big fan of 2-form keyblades. 2-form keyblades are nothing. But I hated how every time you were in a form, you had to end it with a special. So if you use a Mirage Stick, which is like really honestly one of my favorite keyblades, that's only one form. You had to end it with a giant fuck you tower, and at the time I was like, I don't like this.
You can turn that off.
You can?
That's an ability you can turn off.
Damn it!
Oh, now the game's great.
I still would have probably got rid of it for my favorite keyblade was definitely End of the World, which is the Pirates of the Caribbean keyblade.
Ah,
that shit's so good. All right.
All good?
Your turn, combat feel.
Okay, okay, before I say anything, fuck you, Ninja Bros. This looks like a good spot to find some ingredients.
that line.
Fuck you.
I can't hear Donald say that anymore. It's just Donald.
He struggles so much.
Alright, all around combat feel like you're pretty much gonna hear samesies coming from me because pretty much everything David and Xavier said was essentially how I felt. The one thing me and Xavier tested out that day we first streamed the game, you know, before it got fucking taken down, was that, you know, running around in circles. Look, running around in circles. Yeah, right, Goofy. Running around in circles looked like it felt clunky. All around, combat was smooth, fluid. I did like it. The one thing I did want to bring up, like David, is the flow motion. If you played Dream Drop before it, it is incredibly nerfed. Like, you can't do as much free flow shit as you could. Like, I get that was the gimmick of Dream Drop, and I should be happy it's still there in 3, but it's drastically reduced in, like, what you can do. Like, when it comes to, like, bouncing from wall to wall and going, you don't go nearly as far as you used to. Or you can't, like, jump nearly as high. Like, it's there, just not much. The attractions, like David said, were cool at first. After a while, every time the prompt came up, I just ignored the shit. I was like, oh, dope, an attraction. But, you know, I'm not...
Which one's Water's?
Yeah. And speaking of which, yeah, water. That's a new thing that was added.
Water's great.
Water's great, but, like, in my head yesterday, I went back and played KH1. I was like, well, technically, this isn't Water's Up, but Water's existed since the first game. You never used Dumbo?
Once.
I used it once too, but as an actual element, it's pretty cool. I do like its Water's Up because it hits someone and there's just a fucking giant explosion of water.
If you had the pirate keyblade on it, that was one of the fucking perks to it. It always perks it.
Yeah, it does.
It's just like boss battles. Yo, you get a full combo on them. Water's Up pops up. 2 bars.
I fucking love that.
Get set to get wet.
My favorite element above all else in every Kingdom Hearts game is thunder. I just like the...
It's busted in this game.
It's busted as fuck.
So unfair.
It's busted as fuck. Whenever I just want to get a move on, I'll run, Sora will do his little twirl, Thundaga, and then I'll just keep going. Because I gotta get a move on. I see some ingredients over there and Donald won't shut the fuck up.
One thing I've talked about,
oh, go ahead.
We're still in combat, the camera angle in this game kind of pissed me off. And it was more so like, locking on the enemies just felt really weird in this game to me. Because in the other ones, like, I feel like in other ones you could, like, just turn your lock off on, and then turn it off, and it would go immediately to a different target. Well, in this one, if you turn it off, it would go right back to that same target.
Yeah.
And it kind of messed me up sometimes when I, like, if you're doing a really cool combo or something like that, when you're like, I would change my targets, and like, where this Heartless is fucking me up more than all other ones, I would kill you. And it was like, wait, I'm still locked onto this guy.
Let me think.
I have one more thing I wanted to say, but I forgot about flow motion.
Go ahead.
Because I hardly used it.
Exactly.
But in Dream Drop, that was my shit. Like,
exactly.
You can use flow motion to break that game. Matter of fact, if you're playing on a critical, if you don't use flow motion, you're not making it past the tutorial.
They want you to use flow motion in that game because there's a lot of empty space in Dream Drop.
Like, I feel like they did flow motion right in this game. Like, it's enough to do shit, but you can't break the game with it.
No. It's just there for maneuverability's sake and just to mix up your tricks and shit.
See, if I want to be real with you, like, I think I used, like, the second I got flow motion jump, that was like, godsend. And I was like, alright, now it's shit ability. And I was like, I can go jump once, shit ability again.
I did like the instances, like when you first play as Sora and then you switch to Riku for the very first time, it's like, it shows that this nigga really is the Keyblade Master because he's already got way more shit than Sora off rip.
Oh yeah.
But in terms of control, he felt pretty solid. I liked Riku's control. Like, you only used him twice. I can't remember much, but from what I remember, he was pretty dope. And like Xavier said, Aqua, same as Point 2, beautiful. Have zero complaints about her control.
Spoilers.
By the way, in case it wasn't obvious, I put it in the description. There spoilers in this podcast. Like we're talking. It's pretty much a podcast.
Might as well be.
So retrospective podcast. We're talking about something.
So put up the OK sign for them to unmute it if you don't want to hear spoilers, I guess.
Yeah, just you know, don't even watch this. but if you don't care. But in terms of Aqua's gameplay, still the same. Loved it. Beautiful. You only get to use it once, which kind of sucks. But like, this is pretty much the Sora show all the way through.
It's his story.
As I think about the combat more and more, you're talking about it, one thing I do miss is I miss the ability to have more spells.
More spells?
Like, you have your fire, other games, fire,
Blizzard,
ice,
thunder.
lightning. You used to have arrow. Arrows become so much different things from what it used to be. Arrow used to be a shield.
It's different in every game.
Reflect used to be a cool one.
Oh, I missed Reflect.
That's one of my things.
Reflect
Actually,
Reflect isn't there, is it?
No.
No, it's not.
it's like I missed it at first, but then there's so much added on. It's like you kind of don't need it
I
anymore.
wish Reflect was still in the game. And one other thing I really kind of missed, which that was like shown in the game, and I was like, well, this kind of sucks because like I feel like Dream Drop opened so many abilities with cool spells, and they limited you to like 6. And it was like stop zone. I was like, oh shit, that's so. I was like, oh wait.
We haven't had stop since Kingdom Hearts 1.
We haven't stopped since we had Dream Drop.
Oh, stop isn't Dream Drop.
Oh yeah, it is.
Do we count that?
Yeah, because you meant spells in that game.
Yeah.
So it was like I felt
Wait.
like
Riku does stop, but did Sora learn stop?
I don't think he did. I
If,
remember
if
Riku
he
had
does,
it.
I never put it on him, but I had it on Riku.
and there's gravity and stuff like that too. But anyways, that's one thing. The last point I wanted to make on combat.
We good on combat?
Yeah, all around solid.
My
A
favorite
little-
spell was Blizzard.
We'll get to that later.
A few tweaks here and
It's still
there.
combat.
A few tweaks here and there, but all around good combat. Just one more quick thing. We were talking about Reflect. There is one fight later on that we'll talk about that I wish I had Reflect, but we'll get to that later.
I might be thinking of the same fight, but to get to chat a little bit,
Yeah.
Marita said that she thought Sora was too flashy. I loved it. I like flashy.
So do I.
Emilio keeps trying to lick and or sniff
Invite
me.
niggas, yeah. I
Yeah,
see
I'm not about it.
it.
Yeah, Ninja Bros agreed that flow motion made the game too easy. Thunder's equals Death Star.
Thunder and water are my 2 things.
Yeah, so after we're, just for the sake of keeping up chat, whenever we're done talking about a point, we'll read a majority of the chat. For the record, if it wasn't obvious, we're not going to catch up with everything, but we'll try to catch up with something once we're done with a point, or one of us stops talking for a bit. Other than that, hope you just like the sound of our voices.
And looking
And
at
the
his
BGM.
family.
Yeah, and the BGM.
Oh yeah, it's not too loud or anything, right, guys?
I haven't heard any
JTS.
complaints. I made sure it was at a right enough level, but if it is, then, let me know, guys.
So before we go on to the next topic, I want you all to know I love you all.
Did you fart?
I'm about to say, I want you to know I love you all, and then he fucking blows up.
This is goodbye, my friends. Alright, so next topic.
Gummy shit.
Fuck that.
JT can go first.
Oh, sorry.
Oh!
Alright, so his cock is towards me. Let me move him.
Alright, if I'm going first, alright. First of all,
What do you think of the new system?
alright, I love the new system. Now, let me point out right now, I didn't necessarily hate KH1's gummy ship. I thought they're just watered out Star Fox things. I didn't hate them. They were just kind of there. You get a warp drive later, so it doesn't matter in the end. I mean, you still have to fly to new places, but other than that, it doesn't matter. 2 made them better. I love 2, but 3, making the gummy ship worlds, like making the gummy ship traveling from world to world open world, like you just go wherever you fucking want, and the way you encounter missions and the battles are so fucking I thought they couldn't get flashier than in KH2, but they really outflashed them, and I love the new weapons you can put on. I love the tracking laser. That was one of my favorite weapons to put on the gummy ship. Solid control. I mean, that doesn't go say much for the gummy ship, but in terms of the other 2 games that have them, it was pretty solid. I loved it. I'm pretty sure Xavier will bring it up later, but I know he put on the fucking wheel.
He's going back my designer choice.
I love its music. Kingdom Hearts music is always great, but the gummy ship music, I love it because each stream you go into has a different soundtrack, and there's one particular fight later on I'll talk about, but it is ball-bustingly hard. Just for the record, we'll talk about it later. In order to even do this fight, your speed needs to be, I don't know the number exactly, I want to say it needs to be over 200 for you to even get into it. But it's by far the hardest gummy ship mission. But it's a nice challenge. I A-ranked every mission in the gummy ship mission. Literally, I'm pretty sure we could do an entire stream on just the gummy ship missions. I know I could do it. I know Xavier could do it. Would you do it?
We'll get to my point.
But all around, I love the gummy ship missions. By far, the best ones out of all the other games.
I'll get there eventually.
Who's next?
Because I'm gonna be
Oh.
I'll have the negative Nancy time.
So, second verse, same as the first. Shit was great.
All right, David.
It's like, all I gotta say is, like, I just love the open worldness of it. Like, being able to actually traverse space. It's good shit. I haven't done the fight he's talking about yet, but it's a big ass, beautiful looking tornado.
Good the fuck luck.
So,
You're gonna need it.
so you guys all know my nature. If I see something that's potentially dangerous, I'm gonna go lick it.
Ridiculous.
I tried to lick it. The autopilot jumped in and said, "You are not fucking ready for this shit. Go that way."
I'm not going in there.
So
You die alone.
yeah, so that was a thing. And another thing I love about the gummy ship is you don't just find gummy blocks there now. You find shit that you can. Spoiler: you can level up your keyblades in this game. You can find shit in space that help you level up your keyblades. David can't find shit in space, but it don't like him.
I'm waiting. I'm being patient.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, take round. Take it away, David. Take it away.
The gummy ship in this game. I did not like it at all. I liked, see, like, in the game of Kingdom Hearts, where I've waited so long, I didn't want to fucking traverse space. I wanted to get to the next goddamn plot point. I wanted to figure out what was going on in this world. I wanted to figure out what was playing in the game. And alright, I do hear the points that JT and Xavier are making. The gummy ship has definitely improved over the years, but I did not like the fact how if you did not go out of your way to level up, you were punished for it. If you did not go out and venture the world, you were punished heavily by boss battles you could not get around. Like, there's one boss battle in the whole game, which is called the Fortress. And it's a fortress. You're going on your way to Frozen, or Arendelle. And if you are not grinded out enough levels to fight this thing, you're going to be there for like an hour straight. And you do not have what it takes to fight this thing.
Do not go in their base gummy ship.
Do not. But it's like, why am I punished for not wanting to do this? And that's why I feel like I didn't really like about the gummy ship particularly, was because once they both like to venture that, and I did, like, I went to space and I could never find things that I wanted, and it was unfair, and I'd go to Xavier's house and I'm just like, Xavier's trying to kill this gem, and he's just like, oh, don't have enough power. Goes back to the ship, puts more power in his ship. He's like, I'm finally able to blow it up. And I'm just like, I just want to get to the next world at this point in time. Especially in a game like Kingdom Hearts 3 where it's like, it's 95% cutscenes. It's like I need to get, I don't care if I want to explore the world. I'd rather have it playing more of Sora and less playing the gummy ship. And that's my, and that's why I personally do not love the gummy ship, because, like, the level they're talking about, I'm not going to get to it. And maybe if I can 100% the game, I might still.
One thing real quick there, I'm sorry to cut you off. One, yeah, I timed out Emilio because he was starting to get a little carried away. And
I saw that
he
shit.
needed to stop. He needed to cut his shit. And two, I just want to read this comment real quick. It made me laugh. 21 asked, who's the new guy on the far right?
Alright, so I'll give her a break because she came in a little bit late. This is our third brother.
Yeah, and Emilio, if you're watching, you better, cut that shit out, because if I see that again when you come back, you're just booted from the stream, period. But I had to read that comment real quick, but you can keep going.
See? So I'm moving more streams. I've been in so many streams lately. What is this?
She joined before, like, while you were gone, so, you know.
I was the Pokemon streams.
Like,
I don't think she's been in those.
I don't think she has been.
You know,
No,
I've been
just
here.
I don't think she's been
I'm
in
part of
those.
the original 3. And then there's been summons.
Yeah, he flipped you off.
Yes.
Nothing but love, 21.
I'm sorry. I've been attacked a lot lately about this whole not being here, but I am here every Friday.
So David, are you done about the gummy ships?
Not yet.
Okay.
And I thought that I personally liked the gummy ships in 2 the most, and I liked 3's Treasure Planets. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was. I liked the random. I liked the choice heartless encounters. I thought those were really cool as well.
Yeah.
I just didn't like how if you did not want to like do any of those, you were punished by having hard boss battles you could not run away from, or you had to take them on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I personally really didn't like. Because that fortress, I was here at JT's house when we were all playing Kingdom Hearts, playing on his monitors, and I was doing the fortress for like 2 hours, and I was like, This is frustrating. Why am I being punished? I don't care about this at all in the game, so why am I being punished by doing this boss battle? And that's like, that was the only time I actually died in the game, because I didn't die in the game at all, except in the gummy ship.
I only died on stream.
I didn't find the fortress that hard, honestly.
We level up our ship.
See?
In fact, I found it fun.
every time I saw an enemy, I boosted towards it.
I didn't do that.
I did because I wanted to fight it and level up.
I wanted to keep doing the story. That's I just was like, I waited so long to play Sora. I just want to play it. I want to know where this goes. And that's my opinion of Gummy Ship.
Yeah, I waited so long. I just wanted to enjoy everything that they threw at us. Some things I enjoyed a lot more than others.
Piece of shit game.
So, before we go on to the next topic, I just want to ask, Omega versions of the bosses? What?
What? Where?
What Ninja Bros said. He said, dude, the Omega versions of those bosses are killer. Like, the Gummy Ship bosses? Those are a thing?
Oh, Omega versions of them?
Are those
Yeah.
one of the ones where like you fight that snake thing and then you fight it again, but it's like red?
Oh!
That's the only one I've encountered.
Really?
Yeah, the only Omega one. And by that, alright, so the weaker version fucked me up because I hadn't leveled up my ship that much.
The area's busted.
Oh, lay it down.
That's how I beat the fucking fortress.
And then the second one I made my bitch because by that point, it was in game by the time I found it. So, I had fun with him.
Alright.
But that's it.
Oh, real quick. Zero the Demon Dragon says, yo, hey, it's another
Yo.
Zero.
I'm Zero.
Alright, but we're all good on our points of the gummy ships. I love them. Xavier loves them. David can't fucking stand them.
They weren't bad. I just wanted to play Sora. That's all I wanted to do.
You are.
I wanted
It's just
to
he's in a gummy
every
ship.
time I got to the gummy ship, I was like, I want to get the next Keyblade. That's how I saw the next Keyblade. Because the Keyblades are... Alright, we'll talk about that later. Keyblades are so fucking cool in this game.
Yeah, that's a point for later. Alright, y'all ready for the next one?
Yeah, we're good.
Anyone curious where Final Fantasy went?
I care because that was a big point of the last two. That was a big point of all of them.
So David's first.
Yeah.
He's already got
Oh,
the
sorry.
crown.
Well, no, the way
You've
it's
already
been
got
going
it.
is like the person who goes last goes first in the next topic.
And I feel like they were such a big part of the game. And one thing I guess kind of correlates to that whole Final Fantasy characters missing. There's a lot of staple worlds that are just straight up gone. Like Traverse Town, you never go there. What was it? In cutscenes you go there. What was it? Not Castle. Garden.
Radiant Garden.
Radiant
Slash
Garden.
Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, slash Hollow Bastion. Big part in all the Kingdom Hearts games. Don't go there either. You see cutscenes, but you don't go there. It's
That
like,
pissed me off.
oh, all these worlds that were staples and I guess like in a way connected to Final Fantasy characters that were like original worlds were just gone. And like the Final Fantasy characters, like the thing I miss about that game is that one, there's no Sephiroth battle. Which is kind of like a big deal for there's no Sephiroth battle.
At all? I haven't been
No,
done everything.
period. There isn't.
There's no
What?
Sephiroth. Yeah.
Nope.
And
Disappointing.
yeah, exactly. But it's like there's no Sephiroth. And Sephiroth used to be like, one, unbeatable. You'd be a god unless you're allergic to roses. And two, he was less challenging, but you know he was still a challenge. He was a staple. And three, he's just not at all. It's kind of like wow. And it's like when you did the Hades Cup or you did the cups in Olympus, you got to fight Cloud, you got to fight Squall, you got to fight Yuffie, and it was like now they're just all gone. It's kind of like why? So I thought it kind of sucked.
Who's next for the crown?
Me, because Xavier goes last next for this one. All right, where the fuck they at? I don't. Yeah, as a person who's played all the games now at this point, I have no idea why the exclusion of Final Fantasy characters aren't here. And I looked it up, and a lot of people, I think this is coming from Nomura. He said that there was no point in having them in this game, which, to be fair, what was the point of having them in the other games too? At this point, it was just a staple. But there's literally zero, unless you're not. I mean, I don't count the Moogle, but because he's there every time. But there's literally no Final Fantasy characters whatsoever. Like, I kind of get Sephiroth and Cloud because if you've played KH2 and done the Sephiroth fight, they kind of just fly off into the air and go away. So I kind of get that, but like David said, the Sephiroth fight, it's kind of, you know, a thing now at this point. It's always hard, unless he's allergic to roses. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about. Wait till KH1. But
He's allergic to roses.
he's allergic to roses. But it is kind of a bummer not to see such a huge staple in literally every single Kingdom Hearts game, except for Dream Drop, there's not a Final Fantasy character there. But, I mean, in the end, I really don't play a lot of Final Fantasy, but I did like the cameos, and it just sucks that they're not there, which makes me think, was that a choice or just something they couldn't put in time? And time shouldn't be a thing. Because 13 years, you had time to put in Final Fantasy characters.
13 years and 7 weeks.
13 years, that's still no joke, by the way, in case people didn't catch it when we said that the first time. That's literally how long it took for that game to come out.
Or at least in America, that's the time frame. I didn't check the Japanese time of release, but America, that's the time.
Yeah, but in the end, for me personally, it sucks. I really wish they added them. Okay, first of all, Xavier, do you know if there supposedly any DLC for this game?
They were talking about
There's been
it.
a lot of rumors.
Like, I was reading an article where he didn't blatantly say there's gonna be DLC, but he talked about it as if, like, yeah, we're definitely doing it, but he didn't specifically say it.
Ah.
So he's a bitch.
So
it doesn't matter. It's not post game. That's all that matters.
So unless something is added in that, which I doubt, no Final Fantasy characters to be seen. It sucks. I don't like it. Fuck this game. I'm just kidding. Now here you go, Xavier.
Piece of shit game.
So, just like the others are saying, the Final Fantasy characters are a staple. It's like, the reason Kingdom Hearts exists is because once upon a time, Disney and Square of Japan, they shared an office building. A Disney exec and a Square exec literally met in an elevator. It's like, you know what would be cool? If our characters and your characters had a game together. That'd be some cool shit. And then they made it fucking happen. And now it's like, the only mention of Final Fantasy characters are from Hades. And that's because he literally used them in the plots of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck? Where'd they go? And this whole game is about Sora's connections to niggas.
They're on vacation.
Oh, they picked the perfect time to go on vacation.
For real.
Shit. It's like, this whole game's about Sora's connections. And Winnie the Pooh. Pooh felt bad because he was starting to forget about the nigga. He made friends with the Final Fantasy characters first. What the fuck? It's like, and now I know there's no Sephiroth battle. I kind of don't want to. I'm still gonna 100% the game.
I'm about to say
but
that's
like,
a goddamn lie. Yes, you are.
I'm totally gonna fucking do it. But like, I had my ass wrecked by this fucking secret boss Heartless. I'm like, oh goddamn. Now I want to fight Sephiroth. Yeah.
Your turn, Floor.
I'm done.
Okay, so all around, where the Final Fantasy characters at? It sucks they're not there. But Xavier, you still have to keep it on. You start the first topic. I'm gonna need that, David.
Oh yeah.
They're a pretty little.
I kind of forgot how we're doing this.
There you go. But we're good. We're good on the Final Fantasy, Christina. But
So
let's chat.
They're talking about worlds that they liked and didn't like. We'll get to that.
We'll get there. We'll get to the best. Oh, can we talk about cutscenes?
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
I
that
love it.
is gonna be our favorite.
Okay,
cutscene.
Yeah,
so-
we'll get there. We'll get there.
That's gonna be a copy. We already know which your favorite cutscene is.
Alright, so next topic, how'd y'all feel about the mini games?
For mini games?
Mini games?
Are you talking about Winnie the Pooh and like?
The world specific mini games and flans.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright. So I guess we can skip David on this. I don't think he's done any of
I'm
them.
the one.
It's like, alright, so Pooh's world is a goddamn disgrace. I'm not even gonna talk about it.
I will. 100%.
So I'm gonna think world by world. So in Hercules, there's not a mini game. I'm not talking about plans yet. In Toy Story, you played this one. It's when you get thrown into the TV. That's a mini game because you can do that again later. I actually kind of like that one. It's like a giant Mook Rush, but like of the mechs. It's kind of fun.
You still want the golden ones?
Oh no, you can do that.
You're a pussy. You take that shit and you make it your own.
I just kind of started fighting myself. Fuck the thing. I'm fighting these things. Fuck the mech. I need some exercise. Because I'm not gonna lie, by that point, it was like I was getting a little tired of the mechs. I'm like, I love being OP, but I want to see what I can do. I waited 13 years to see what I can do.
Okay.
What's next? Twilight didn't have one.
Toy Story has a
Frozen.
The Planet Toy Story is weird.
Right. Yeah, Christina's right. Frozen. The sled.
Frozen. I was trying to go like world by world. Frozen sled. Like a lot of mini games you do in story, and then you find out it's a mini game later. Frozen sled. It's kind of fun, but fuck it. For one reason, I'm 100% in this game.
Yeah.
There are 10 items spread across that course. I played it once. Like, ooh, an item. Let's see what it is. Grabbed it. And then I got to the result screen. 1 out of 10 items collected. I'm like, no, you fucking didn't. Why? Why do I have to play a mini game to collect treasure?
Why are you punished for not leveling up? you tell me.
So, that was, what else? I don't think there's one in Monsters, Inc., but I haven't revisited that yet.
There isn't.
Okay, I'm missing.
A minigame?
Yeah. Oh! The Game & Watch ones.
Oh.
I've played like 3 of them. It's like, I will get to them eventually because they're not really Kingdom Hearts. Like, yeah, they're a part of the game, but they're not what I waited for. And plus, you can play them in the mobile version. As is, already. Played only like 3 of them there anyway. But like, those are my shit as a kid. As a children. Like, I will get back to them, and I will enjoy them, and I will get as high a score as I can when I go to do them. But that's all going to be after I 100% the game. So, I don't know if I'm missing any.
Tangled.
The dance, the festival.
Oh, the dance!
Shit.
I really like that. That's a good minigame. Yeah. That's rather fun. And you get to see Sora dancing. Like, if this is all I had to do is dance, shit, I'll dance. And yeah, it's really easy. It's fun, but like to get the highest score they want you to for the trophy is pretty fucking hard. Like you cannot drop your combo at all.
No, you can't.
But I guess that's all I gotta say.
You, David, and Christina. No, I thought about it. No, those are all of them.
Okay.
I have a little to talk about the side games. I know those are all side mini games. The flange ones, though, those are kind of like, they're not bad. It was more so I was like, oh, what's this thing in this room?
Hello.
Hello. You're big. Are you a boss?
That's what I thought.
Am I gonna die?
Oh no. Oh, okay.
That's fine.
I'll spin some plans. Favorite minigame would definitely be the Tangled one. That was really, really fun. I think the one I'll consider it a minigame. A minigame / plot was the Frozen one. That was a lot harder than I made it be by accident. Because I thought you could jump over the lasers beforehand. And you can't. But I kept trying.
Wait, which one are we talking about now?
When you're getting chased by the mountain with the dragons.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't jump over those lasers.
I tried to.
Oh,
It doesn't work.
I tried a lot. I almost got buried by the mountain. And I was like, oh!
Okay, so I wasn't the only one that tried.
I tried twice and then I realized it wasn't working. I stopped.
Oh, twice?
Only twice.
I tried it like
man, you're
15
waiting.
times.
Oh, I'm about to say, maybe around there.
Maybe on the 16th it'll work this time. Maybe you got to be pixel perfect with the jump.
In my head, I was like, maybe I'm just not timing it right.
I was like, my second jump was pixel perfect and I still got hit.
See,
It's like, you
see?
know what? Fuck that.
You get really confident about yourself. I was like, second jump, I'm still off. I'm still off. I was like, maybe this time. I was off. And it looked like it hit me that time. I was like, maybe I get some. Maybe I hit like the last second. And it's like I'm in the red now. And the mountains get real close, and I'm just like, nah, I can still do this. I didn't die, but I was coming real close. Because I know that if you're in the snow, you start taking damage after a time
Oh,
too.
do you?
Yes, you do.
I didn't get that
Oh,
far.
I didn't know that.
I tried a lot, JT. I really wanted to know.
I was good at that part.
But why would they give you a jump command if you can't jump over it?
It helps you maneuver if you're
It does
already
not.
moving. If you're already going left or right, it'll help you like just not get hit. If like you fucked up and started going left too late.
My save data says something different.
I'm sorry, maybe I just know how to snowboard.
But besides
continue.
that, I think the Tangled the best mini game. I thought it was fun. It was really fun. It was cute.
Yeah, it
really,
was.
Really cute. But besides that, I didn't really pay much. I felt like, to me, the gummy ship was a whole mini game that I could not avoid. So that's my.
He really doesn't like the gummy ship. All right, since I'm the only one that's actually played all of the shit.
Yeah, before you start, I just want to say I've only played like 2 or 3 of the flans.
Okay, I've literally, like, in case people didn't go on our Twitter, I posted a tweet of me literally posting I platinumed the game. I've literally done it all, so I have a lot more to say. But in terms of the mini games, all around solid. Okay, what did you read?
Fuck the Frozen movie and that world.
I'll have you know, that world is beautiful.
This man speaks the truth.
Like, I did not expect the Frozen song to play, but it looks so fucking sick. It looks so beautiful.
I like this version better than this.
Hell yeah!
My nigga.
That's where we the OK3.
Probably be okay too, because my opinion is different.
Out the window he goes.
I dare you to sully me. But in terms of the mini games, I have played all of them. I played all the Game & Watch things. I still own a Game & Watch to this day. Like, it needs a new battery, but it still works. I used to play it all the time when I was a kid. So those little mini games were cool. And just for people who want to know, again, spoiler, when you do all the mini games when you do all the Game & Watch mini games, you get a Keyblade for it, which is. I said there were spoilers.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah,
Now he's got to do it.
If you do one round of each and then you can't just leave because it won't count. You have to do one round of each and then die for it to register the score and leave. You'll get like a little Mickey emblem saying like, oh, you played this one. When you do all of them, you get a Keyblade for it.
Bitch.
And it's actually pretty cool. I like that. I like
Bitch,
the
eat
Keyblade.
more! I'm upset. Damn.
All the flans were cool, but the one thing that pisses me off, and it's probably going to go into a later topic, but I'll say it right now. The flans are the only way to get these particular food items that most items you can buy at the store, but these particular ones from flans, like the fruits and shit, you can only get from them. You can't buy them at the store. They don't become available. So if you're running low on like grapes, watermelons, or oranges and shit,
Fruit.
or like any fruit, you have to go to the flans to get them and do the mini games in order to get them. And even then, you have to make sure you do okay enough to even get one.
Lemons.
Yeah.
No, you find lemons in baskets.
Oh.
Okay,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like, if any, like, but if you want to get like even just one of them, you have to do at least okay at the minigame to even get one of the fruits. Yeah, same as the other two. Favorite minigame is the Tangled one, because it was just fun. The sledding one, I'm with Xavier. Fuck it! Only because of the item thing. The minigame itself is cool. I like the minigame. But going after the 10 items, I'll say it right now. Say what you will in the comments. I looked up a guide. I wanted to know where it is.
I will too.
You have to find all 10 of the items, because when you do, you get an Orichalcum Plus, which you need for the Ultimate Keyblade. Yeah, you have to do it to get the Orichalcum Plus.
Oh.
Guess what I'm not getting?
You only get it after you get all 10 items. It's not one of the items. You get it after getting all 10.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it in one go?
No,
No.
you
No.
have
Oh my
to.
God,
The
you
way it
can't.
works is you have to grab an item and then hit the finish. Like, don't think you can grab the item and then just reset and leave, because you won't have the item.
Oh, that'd be so great.
So you grab the item, go to the finish, and then just redo it again. Like, if you guys want, and like, well, I don't know if David will do it, but Xavier, if you want, I can show you the video I used to do
please.
it.
I
Yeah.
kind of want the ultimate weapon.
It's okay, we'll get to it later, but that weapon's busted as fuck. Like, it's the ultimate weapon, but out of all Kingdom Hearts games, this one's disgusting.
Can I try it when the
Gross.
stream's over?
You can try if you want. I think my favorite flan minigame was not the picture one. That was my least favorite one.
Is it where you spin and you get higher? and
Oh,
higher and higher?
yeah.
Fuck that one. I didn't get it.
What, the Tangled?
Yeah.
You have to take it at the right, when you think is the right moment. There's one particular flan that, one thing I learned is that when certain flans give you certain points. If one does like if you find certain flan that does like spectacular poses, you'll get more points for it. There's one later on I'll show you if you want to know. But favorite flan one, I want to say, is the one with the Toy Story where you're like in a teacup and you spin it around. And you just gather in flan.
I like that
the
one.
key to that one is to stay in the center, because if you move to the side afterwards, the flan up top will hit the roof and they'll fall off.
Yeah, I was disappointed about
So
that.
you gotta stay in the center. I learned that the hard way.
My tower was so high of flan. I'm killing it.
See, I got my tower above the second floor, and then this thing started chasing me. Oh shit, I gotta get away. I fucking hit the ceiling. Oh no!
I still had time left when I did it, so I was able to re-get them, but I stayed in the center afterwards. Other than that, the mini game I can say I didn't really like was, which one was it? Actually, yeah, it was the pitcher one. Only because that took me a few tries for me to finally understand how it worked.
I don't get it. I did it once and said fuck it.
Certain flan you have to take, like, because there's more than 7 flans.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, but only certain ones will give you a lot of points. All in all, the flan things are harmless at best. They're no Mushroom 13 from KH2.
I kind of missed that.
I missed it too, because at least those gave you a Keyblade. Spoilers, the flan don't give you a Keyblade when you do all 7 of them.
I don't want a Keyblade.
Oh, but they're related.
They just give you fruit.
Which still helps in getting a Keyblade.
Which still helps, but yeah.
Wait, I thought you didn't need the special ones for that Keyblade.
No, you do. You do. Everything on that food list needs to be done to get that Keyblade. The first main one is for the trophy.
Oh, okay.
The special list
Is there another Keyblade?
gets you a Keyblade.
One when you do all of Remy's dishes.
All of them.
And you have to excellent them.
You have to excellence.
You have to excellent them.
I haven't touched a single one.
You better get cooking.
Alright,
They're not-
are we
but-
done on this one?
Yeah, all in all, the minigames were fine enough. I did really enjoy them, and like it goes without saying, the Tangled one was the best one, because just dancing all around and shit, that was great. I loved that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Okay.
And now to check on the chat.
So apparently, the Big Hero 6 is canon.
What do you mean?
The Big Hero 6 of this game
Yeah.
is like a canon sequel to
The movie? Oh, I still to this day have not seen that movie.
Good
Oh.
movie.
All you need to know, you learned it. Fucking the plush got eaten, it came back.
It came back. All was good.
Ah.
I'm just looking at the comments real quick. They admit minigames wasn't called monochrome like the past Disney Castle KH2. Yeah,
I can see it.
I can see why. I mean, it's a Game & Watch.
Yeah.
It's note for note, literally a Game & Watch. Those mini games, like 2 buttons at minimum. But no, we're all caught. They're mostly just talking about themselves, about the game, and wanted us to tell us what they personally thought about some stuff. But we're good right now, so on to the next topic.
Alright.
Some of them are 3.
Y'all talk
Some of
about
them.
Y'all talk about them? Mini games? Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic. How often you use it? What's your favorite spell? Etc. Etc.
I spam the fuck out of Thunder. I love Thunder. It's my favorite element in the whole series.
The series, not just the game.
Yeah, the series. I spam the fuck out of Thunder.
Voice crack?
That's how much I like Thunder. But I normally don't use magic all that much. This is literally the only game where I spam it. I'm still more for hand-to-hand, like, in-your-face combat, but when I wanted to get a move on after I leveled up a certain way, I was like, oh, fucking heartless, and just spam Thunder, do a little twirl, and then keep going. In order from, like, favorite to least favorite, Thunder... Wait, yeah. Thunder... Fire...
Bullshit, you know why.
Cure. Okay, let me rephrase. Things that don't heal you that hurt the enemy. Okay, let me fix that. It's Thunder. I said this in a part in our playthrough, but I'm gonna mix it up in case I haven't changed it at all. But it's Thunder, Blizzard, Water, and Fire. Fire's always the one I use the least, cause no matter what game, I just don't find it that appealing. I guess the best fire I have is like the one in KH2 because it's a barrier. It's not a projectile in that game.
Yo, Kingdom Hearts 1 Fire is my favorite.
Yeah, but in terms of how often I used it pretty damn often. Yeah, I love it in the playthrough when you have Bambi. You just stand there and just, as she drops MP, you just spam fire. When you did it against the Parasite, that was hilarious. But I'm not really much of a magic user. But like example, in KH1, I take strength and give up defense. Magic is always a minimum. I don't want to give up magic, but I don't want to, make it stronger either. But I do love the elements in this game. They're busted as fuck compared to other Kingdom Hearts games. Like all of them. Like You use the elements in the other games, and then use them in this one, and you see how broken they are. Literally, even on Proud Mode, the hardest difficulty on this game, fucks everything. The elements fuck everything.
I have a question.
What's up?
Are we gonna include summons in Magic? Because technically it is Magic.
Oh, no, thank you.
I will. Yeah. Summons.
Oh, let me just take that off the list then.
Whoops, I'm sorry.
I didn't know that was in the list.
The thing in the list was, did anyone actually use them? That was the
I
only thing
used
that
all
was
of
in the
them
list.
once, if they were to have this one quick question. I used all of
Yeah.
them once just to see what they did, and I was like, I'm not pleased.
Yeah,
Oh,
I-
wait. The only one I liked was Simba's. That was the fucking best. All I was a dick.
Yeah, I tried all of them once. Simba was the best because he's a fucking fire lion.
It's fucking great.
The most awkward one and weird one was the aerial one for me.
I love that one.
It's kind of no, that's the second weirdest. The first
Stitch?
weirdest is Stitches. Yeah, I get how it works, but it's weird. It's like you move Stitch, you try to encase your enemy in like an electrical kind of field thing. It's like connecting the lines, and the finisher is it goes off like in the center. Like yeah, like anyone who's played Knight's Journey into Dreams, it's like paralooping.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what it is. But it's kind of weird for me, but. I can't even remember the other summons now that I think about it. Ralph, I fucking hate Ralph. Let me put it this way, right?
Let's finish this one out. Let's finish what you gotta say, and then we move it to the. I can finish this out.
Oh, okay, so we're putting summons into the thing because
Okay.
they
still magic.
take the magic bar.
Into- yeah.
Yeah, but Wreck-It Ralph fucking sucks. Not the movie or the character. I love the character. He sucks as a summon. His name is Wreck-It Ralph. So what would you expect him to do? Like, you hop on his back and you beat the shit out of some Heartless. You use your rock-hard fist and punch the shit. But what does he do in KH3? He builds shit. The nigga ain't Fix-It Felix. He's Wreck-It Ralph. Why is he building shit? The way it's supposed to work is he builds stuff around enemies. I'm not sure how it works, but it's like it beams... The things he built beam a light. When the thing goes off, the light it's projecting is supposed to hurt the enemy. It's like a projectile afterwards. It was like, that's not fucking Ralph. When I first saw that in trailers, I expected to hop on Ralph's back and just fucking slam niggas into the ground. But it's like the worst summon. I used him once to get an actual opinion for using him myself, and just like the trailer, he fucking sucks. I don't like Wreck-It Ralph. All the other summons are fine, but I wouldn't recommend using Ralph. You can use him once to get an opinion, but I wouldn't recommend using him at all. All in all, in terms of just the elements and shit, pretty solid, busted as fuck. Don't use Ralph. Here you go, Xavier.
I'll build it.
So,
It ultimate place
yeah, the light will hold for Ralph. The
Oh,
light
the-
holds them in place until you're ready to fire it off.
Oh.
But it fires in a chain. Like if you don't build in a chain where the one will hit the next one, it just dies. It sucks. It's trash. So Ralph is trash. In terms of magic, if you guys watch my playthrough, you see I use a lot of magic. I'm like the mage of like if we had a group, I'd be the mage.
for fact.
I don't know if David would argue with me,
I would argue on that.
but I'd be the mage.
I haven't really seen you play Kingdom Hearts, so I don't know how you play, David.
But
As the ghost, white mage, black mage, fisticuffs.
yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
that's legit.
So, and my magic in this game is different. My favorite list of favorites is different in this game than the other two, hands down. So, I haven't thought of a list, so I'm kind of making it on the fly. My favorite, Cure, duh. Cure me, keeps me alive. I honestly forgot about it until David said something. It would have been in the list. But
That's everyone's favorite.
Alright, but Cure out of the way. My favorite is Blizzard, Water, Thunder, because crowd control is amazing. And Water gives you like a slight barrier before it throws at the enemy too. It's fucking great. And then in this game you get 3 stacks of shortcuts. I have Blizzard in the first 2. It goes, the first one is Cure, Thunder, Water, Blizzard. The second one is Cure, Arrow, Fire, Blizzard. Don't use fire almost at all in this game. And then my third shortcut is Cure, Elixir, Simba, Aerial. So, on the summons, don't like Stitch.
Yeah.
Don't like Ralph. Fuck Ralph. Love his movie. That summon does not deserve to be called Wreck-It Ralph.
Nope.
It placed JT's anger in me, but he already did it, so...
That was fucking bad.
I think Ariel's summon... They're my favorite. Ariel and Simba are tied for me. Because Ariel, like, if you do it right, you go high, and then you splash everywhere. Water damage everywhere. And then each puddle you make, at the end, does continual damage to whoever's in that area. The
True.
secret boss fight in this game, I don't know if it's really a secret, but, like...
It might as well be.
The bitch, I fucked him with that, because he just kept going in the water. It's great. And then Simba, huge fire everywhere.
Burn.
My inner demons. But Stitch is alright, I guess. Don't use them. Meow Wow. It's good for crowds. Fudge. I don't really use it. It's good. But yeah. I think that might be it. Oh, one more thing. Thunder is not my favorite, but yeah, if I'm in a rush, go into an area, Thunder, oh, second wave, Thunder, oh, that one guy in the corner still alive. Water, alright, about my business.
Oh, okay, real quick, I did forget one thing. I forgot about Arrow. I never use Arrow in the games. This is the only one, because it's not a barrier. So, it's like especially Arrow's, it's a fucking storm.
Oh, one more thing. Before you get your second jump and your flow motion jump, I use Arrow to get to a lot of places I couldn't.
I forgot, yeah, because
you can jump.
in it.
Yeah, it gives you a jump.
You can jump, use Arrow, and then jump in the wind to get another jump.
So, my list I said earlier, put Arrow right before Fire. And that's how it goes for me.
I'm not gonna be as in depth because spammed Thunder because all I gotta say is that like say no more. Oh, crowd of shadows. All right, is that chest? And then so I spammed Thunder and I spammed Water, but it's because like I really didn't use any other spells in this game. Like I ran out of magic more so using spells, and I'd be like, shit, now I have to cure myself because I have no more magic.
Story of my life.
But like I thought all other spells were okay. I thought Thunder made it like there was no other reason to use other spell besides Thunder because it was like alright, it's resistance to something. Everything's resistant to Thunder. I'm gonna get close. It's always gonna hit them. And then you got Thunder's and it was like wow.
Screen nuke.
It wasn't even close. But as for summons, I thought all the summons were, I honestly haven't used Ariel. So
It's weird at first.
I have no opinion on it. I used all of them once just to see what they did up until then, and Simba's just my favorite. Even saying that, I think I used what was it, fucking the Dream Eater? I used the Dream Eater like 3 times. Yeah, then I used Simba like
Same.
once.
More than me.
That was pretty much it for summons for me. That's all I got. There's no really list because it's like Thunder, Water, and then whatever.
Yeah, so before we wrap up this topic,
I have one more thing.
Go ahead.
The abilities in this game actually cater to your magic a lot more than they used to. Like, my favorite ability in this game is you gain a little bit of health for whatever magic you use.
Yeah.
I love that ability.
There's also one where you shield to get magic back.
Oh, I don't have that
Yeah, no, he's right. There is
I
that.
have that one on. If you block anything, you get 3%. You get magic back, and then there's another one where I think if you do damage and you run out of magic, you get 1 MP for every damage you do.
Yeah. But real quick before we check chat and then switch topics, essentially this is how it went for me, guys. Every time, what'd you see?
Fuck you, Broken. Or Cyrus.
What did he say? Oh.
Yeah, I died for a Donald. What about it?
Bitch. It's cold.
I'll turn it at least low because I was getting a little warm.
I'm a little warm too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those are spots.
Alright, well.
Oh, but like essentially, this was me especially when I was grinding material and ingredients. Every time I saw an enemy, I like at one point I got annoyed. At one point I got annoyed of how constant they kept coming up. Like literally, I'm Sora, I'm running through a level, I see Heartless coming. This is literally me. I'm running up, I just roll my eyes like, ah, and then I just keep running. Just spam thunder and just go on my way. Because for people who don't know, if you move and spam an element, Sora does like a twirl and then does it. So that was just me, but I picture Sora rolling his eyes when he does it. It's like I've been doing this shit for 5 minutes. Where's the ingredient?
Also, I thought one more point just because you brought it up. This thunder is how I'm so. At the point in time in the game, I was underleveled as shit. I was underleveled, but that's because I didn't go back in the world like Xavier and JT did. I remember I was at Xavier's house, and Xavier's like, "What level are you?" I was like, "I'm like 46." I was like, "I'm like 38." And there's one area in the game where you're near the end of the game where you're chasing the Heart Seeker thing, and you run through Olympus. I stayed there for like a good 20 minutes, and I got like 5 levels, and I was like, I feel pretty good now. Spam the shit out of thunder. Hell yeah, I did.
Jimmy wouldn't shut up though.
All right.
No, he was starting to piss me off. I didn't stay there for too long because of Jimmy.
I put my headphones in and just kept going.
So on to the chat.
Yep, let's see.
Yeah, be the inner roof of One Piece. Thunder everything.
Honestly, I love. All right, one more point I have to make. Just
No,
because
go ahead.
Water in this game makes me so using any of the upgraded water spells makes me so happy because I like the elemental effects it has on the environment.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you used ice, you get like a fucking sled, which is pretty busted. Like if you want to traverse real fast, you're gonna use blizzard.
Xavier.
If you want to use arrow, you get an extra jump. If you use lightning, it doesn't really give you any extra effects besides blowing everything up, but it just looks really pretty. If you use fire on the ground, you see like the grass on fire, and if you use water, it became like a nice little storm above your head. Like the screen was like drenched in water.
And it leaves puddles too.
Yeah,
I love that effect.
I thought it was really cool.
It also stays there for a hot minute.
Especially when you have water. It's like a typhoon. It's like a typhoon.
Also, Blizzard helped me fight a cup like that to your boss. I'm gonna keep going back to because fuck that thing. Like, Blizzard helped me close the distance like a lot.
We'll get to it later, but after a while he's kind of predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those first few times he fucked my ass. But we'll get to him
style.
Yeah, but we'll get to him later.
But yeah, Blizzard helped me really close the gap with him. Yeah, Simba was sick.
Oh well, no, we'll get there in a bit, Ninja Bros. We're just going topic by topic so we can properly pace ourselves. But we'll get to the story in a minute.
Yeah, Ariel is timing while Stitch is boxing. What, the music?
What's up?
This is Stitch is boring.
Oh, Stitch, yeah.
Oh, Stitch is... Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, they did Ralph dirty.
Hey.
Minecrafter Ralph.
For real, that's what it is. Alright, so...
Let me know when you're ready.
Wow, I'm behind as fuck.
I'm ready, because I got to talk first anyway, so...
Yeah, wait for these two though.
Yeah, I'm just double checking, that's all.
Yeah.
Let's see, let's see.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Good?
Yeah.
Oh, Ninja Bros, we already talked about why Final Fantasy characters aren't there.
Yeah, earlier on. What you were saying, Christina?
Combat add-ons.
Combat add-ons?
Like
Yeah.
forms?
Attractions, forms, team moves.
I think we were kind of covered.
We kind of covered that earlier
we
with the...
briefly talked about it.
Like, attractions suck.
But I can go into more detail about it. I kind of glazed over it.
Alright,
Yeah, it was glazed over
I
pretty
can
much.
talk about that.
And then like team moves, like things
Oh, like with
Also-
the... Oh, okay. No, I can talk about
So
that.
the basic triangles that wasn't level ups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
The things you would do with the other characters, be it Donald, Goofy, or Elsa.
The Disney characters.
Okay.
Elsa's
I
not
can-
getting a fucking enjoyment group.
I can kind of talk about it, just because I don't know if
go
I'm
for it,
about to
dude.
talk about. I think the forms were incredible. Like, as much as some of the forms, like, I didn't love them, they were all so fucking cool.
I agree.
Like, there would be times where I was like, yo, man, I really want to use this form, but I don't want to lose this item slot. But I really don't. And there'd be times, like, I thought it was really cool, you could stack all your Keyblades on all the forms, so if you knew you were going to boss battle, damn right I have at least two of those abilities activated.
At all times, I always had to.
And I thought those were really cool. I think the attractions were cool at first. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. I have a pirate ship. And then 30 minutes later, I'd be like, or like literally the next battle, I have a pirate ship again. It's like, okay. And then, it's still cool, but, alright, I'm gonna do it again. And then it's like, alright, like 5 minutes later, pirate ship again. I was like, okay, this was cool. And then it became like, it became so easy to get that it wasn't special.
Yeah.
And that was the same thing for all the attractions. I feel like I got those more than I got my spell upgrades. What was the topic? Team attacks.
Yeah.
I thought that Donald's, both the meteor one and the firework one, was really good. It definitely saved some times. And the Goofy one is incredible. It's so good throughout the whole game. Especially when you there's enemies that you can throw him into enemies and they'll go down their mouth and then explode them inside. That's a pretty cool interaction.
Found that out by complete fucking accident.
Same. Did not know at all.
Alright guys, I finally did it.
Oh, you did?
I was kidding, but I finally fucking did it.
Good for you, Xavier.
Once they told me about it, I'm sorry, I
There you go.
but once they told me about it, I tried to recreate it. I never fucking could.
Sand monsters that are everywhere.
I tried, it never worked.
So you're a failure.
God damn. Your Kingdom Hearts badge.
What else? I thought the most useless special move is the one which Goofy's like, get behind me! Oh!
Yup!
My God! Is that bad?
I hate that one.
I used to use it just so I could have time to get my magic back, and I'm like, alright, this is over. Triangle.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Get behind me! I'm like, oh, damn, triangle. Get me out of this. L1, get me out of this as fast as possible. I guess all the team attacks with other characters at the worlds, they were cool. I just didn't. Once again, I don't know. I felt in this game you were so overpowered, you didn't really need to use them. And if you did, it was like, I'm in a bind. And then when you used them, they were so overpowered they didn't matter either. And since you get them so often, it was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to just keep holding this. Or can I get the table?
The table?
Yeah, here you go.
I thought you were going to ask for Kirby, to be honest.
I was
Oh, can I get Kirby?
Oh, well, you go.
Ah!
Because I'm going last for this
Yeah.
one.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Because,
It would be me, you, Xavier.
well, in terms of people who be going.
I just went first last time.
Yeah, so now he goes second.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. If I was sitting there, then it would go the you.
Well, you
But
guys
we're still go in the same order, like person order.
Oh, because, like, remember, the person who got last goes first the next topic.
Yeah.
And y'all already had your second turn. I haven't yet.
Yeah, I honestly.
Where's Kirby?
I'll look for it. But we're listening, Xavier.
So honestly, like yeah, the triangles were cool, but I loved the fact that like Donald and Goofy would jump in with thunder or like his Goofy's twirly shit at the end of your combo.
Oh, like the few. Oh, is it Flux Ray or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a triangle, but like they just jump in
It's
while
on your basic.
combo.
It's on your basic attacks.
Yeah, and I fucking love that. That added like an extra flair that like the flashy bitch that I am. I fucking love
The
it.
flashy bitch that I am.
Check my phone, by the way. Sorry.
Is that what that was? Okay, yeah. I looked at it. I thought it was
And
Christina's
low-key,
iPhone.
I'm real hungry, so this food's looking real tasty.
There's nothing in here.
Oh, I got snacks.
Oh, bitch.
Fudge rounds and strawberry things.
Oh, yes.
Just don't eat all of them. Actually, can you pass me a water bottle?
Oh, no.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, I love those.
Thanks, Mom.
As far as like the team attacks goes with your partners, yeah, the shield one can go fuck itself. I love to toss Goofy's ass around. He's fun. Donald's magic. It's never been better. Never been better.
I have one more point to make. I can
What's up?
count that the AI in this game for your partners are so fucking smart because I don't remember how my team did not die on me very often.
I can count the number of times my partners died on one hand.
Exactly.
Because they only died in Toy Story. Yo, this Max fucked them niggas up.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
But
oh yeah, back to
Heal me,
Donald. Heal me, Donald.
I didn't really like Hercules' team attack. It was good, but I didn't really like it. The one from Toy Story felt wonky.
Oh.
And it didn't do. I don't feel it did that much damage being you're on a fucking rocket.
But you're a toy.
You're also, but your enemies are toys.
True.
And other ones. Rapunzel's had a great range. I don't think I did Marshmallow. Does he have one?
Yeah, he does.
I don't think I did that one.
You know during the boss fight where he like grows like spikes and junk and all over him, you ride on top of him in that form and start beating the shit. He's what Wreck-It Ralph should have been.
I need to do that. I haven't done that.
Yeah.
All right, so I know what I'm doing. I revisit Frozen. What else? I love the one from Monsters Inc.
Yeah, so do I. Sora's a dick.
Favorite one, by the way.
Nope.
Yeah, but Sora does it for no reason.
Who grabs that motherfucker? You come over here.
Yeah.
Strike! What else is
I think
there?
Boo that.
I feel like the one with Jack Sparrow is basically your link with Riku from Dream Drop. Where
It
you're
is.
just
It is
going
that
around-
one.
Yeah.
Huh,
Where
I
you're just
didn't-
like going around slashing in circles.
I didn't think about that.
It's basically just that one, except it ends with bombs. I guess that's about it. If one thing I can say about the game that I feel is a highly missed opportunity, in the final world, being able to do specials like that with the other 7 lights.
Yeah. So much missed stuff.
And it's like, I would love to see what Sora and Aqua would do together.
Nope. I was fine. Oh.
You think they would, considering you control 2 other people other than Sora.
See, we'll get to that. I'll get to that topic.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the team attack.
Yeah,
feel
no, I get you.
They could have added that in.
No.
Get that shit out of here.
It was perfect the way it was.
But as far as team attacks
Keep your team
go,
attacks out of my favorite level.
So as far as team attacks go, yeah, they were pretty good in the game. I do, like David said, I feel like the attractions came way too fucking often. Not that I used them in the first place, because I thought they were too gaudy, I guess? Like, I feel like...
Please.
I'm
so hungry.
I literally had a box of these yesterday. You can have them if you want.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like attractions are what flow motion
which
used
one?
to be.
One of them. One's marinara sauce.
Sure.
There you go. Alright, I'm listening.
Like, I feel like attractions are what flow motion used to be. You use it to break the game, but like, it's not as fun as what flow motion was.
Yeah.
It's like, I never used the fucking pirate ship. I used it once, and like it one-shot a boss pretty much. I'm like,
That's surprising that my phone.
where was the fun? Where was the fun? Eh. So I never used that one again. I like the teacups. I just like the chaos of it. I love the blaster of it because I feel like it's a mini game in itself. I used the carousel a few times.
No.
Yeah. David's thinking of something.
Yeah.
No,
He's
I have
he's
a
got
point
it.
that we need to make a long time ago for the mini games. The pirate ship was the best fucking mini game.
Right.
Oh, would you consider that part?
Yes.
Huh.
You would?
Okay, yeah, I'd say it's my favorite mini game.
A gimmick, yeah.
If we call that a mini game,
No, that was pretty dope.
fucking loved it.
All right, sorry. Keep going.
Like, you have a point though, yeah.
Great point. Fuck that. Oh, fuck the boss battle for that mini game though. I still don't think I've beaten it.
You want to talk about that real quick before I keep going?
No.
We'll see.
Fuck it.
We'll let it brew.
Fuck it. That's all I gotta say. And for other triangles, I'm sure the Keyblades is his own topic, but I loved them. I don't feel like they came too often or too like little. It's like in Kingdom Hearts 2, I felt like drives, unless you broke the game by like before your drive ran out, you go to a save point to fill your gauge back up. I feel like I didn't have a drive gauge as much as I wanted to like have a form. But in this game, it's like every 5 seconds, and it doesn't feel like I always have them.
Yeah.
feels fucking great. But the attractions can go fuck themselves. I'm not about the attractions.
All right, I'm ready. All right, let's do this.
Wait,
So,
hold on. Did any of you talk about Keyblade forms?
Yeah. Briefly, I felt like those would be a topic in itself.
yeah, so did I.
No, those were involved.
Oh,
Feel free to go.
Oh.
next.
well, you didn't say in the points, and we didn't know if
I
it was
did.
later on.
Well, I guess we'll do 2 rounds. Because I got more to say about the Keyblade transformation.
Did you want to go now?
I have some.
Let David go first because he didn't get his.
David's eating.
Oh.
That's fine.
There we go. I'll wait.
Keyblade forms. Ugh. Are so good in this game. sorry. Okay. So, one thing I liked, which I was like, at first I thought was weird when I first started playing the game and I didn't realize how good it was the ability to switch through Keyblades as you went through the game without losing Keyblades. I thought that was a really, really cool thing, and I was like, why would you do that? That's dumb. Because like, maybe, some do give you defense, speed, and stuff like that, but every Keyblade form in this game has, everything is good, except Herc's.
I'll look better.
All of them are good,
Except
hers.
Technically, Remy's too, then, if that's what he's thinking.
No, I'm pretty sure he's thinking just the final bit of Herc's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the chariot?
Oh, no, and Herc's too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't like that
The
upgrade?
shield.
Why would I want a shield? I have one.
Because you can throw it around like Captain America.
Yeah, but I can teleport around and fucking have my after him and shoot people too.
Xavier, you don't understand. Why do I need that? I have thunder.
A missed opportunity. I feel like one thing I wish happened. You kind of get it, but not really. Is that your Kingdom Key has second form, and I wish they like gave you your more forms as the game went along, so you had more incentive to use your Kingdom Key.
Yeah.
And like you kind of get like your incentive later, like near the end of the game, where you get the Kingdom, not the Kingdom Key, but it's like Kingdom Key. It's like whatever you get second form plus.
Starlight?
Yeah, Starlight. You get second form plus, which is really cool. But like it just takes so long to get to that ability.
The last one, right?
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick?
It's busted, I know, but it takes so long to get to it.
I one-shot one of the bosses in the last world with it. They had full health.
It's
But I only
busted.
focused on one, got the thing, killed the other one right off the bat.
But it's like I liked them. I'm a huge fan of 2-form Keyblades because if it has 1 form, it's not gonna be around for much longer. But like my 3 Keyblades of choice, my favorite Keyblade is the Pirates one because it's so good. I don't know about you guys. That's like if I use that one just to fight the final boss. I use that was my grinding Keyblade because it just did so much AoE damage. It was so I had the Pirates, Frozen's Keyblade, which I thought was my second favorite, and in the beginning Wisdom and Mirage Staff were my number. They were on there for a long time. I like Mirage Staff, but it didn't do enough attack damage for me, so I traded it out because it did a lot of magic damage, and I've had other Keyblades that did more magic damage to begin with. And then I think I traded, what was it? So, Frozen, that one. What was my last Keyblade? It wasn't Big Hero 6. It wasn't... Where are the Keyblades again?
Oh. Favorite deputy.
Oh, at the very end was Starlight.
That was your least favorite?
No, that was my 3 Keyblades.
Oh.
Starlight was my last Keyblade.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I personally really enjoyed all the forms. I thought they made you feel like a god.
Yes.
They made you feel like
They
a
did.
god. They made you feel so invincible. Like when I got, because like if I knew I got a form during a boss, I was like, well, that's like 2 bars. But it's like getting to those 2 bars is the hard part. And especially during the Xehanort boss battle, the very last one, I was like, oh, got my form. I was like, this motherfucker's dead. That's all I gotta say for that.
Final thought. Rage form.
I love Rage Form in this game. It's so good. Do you know why? Because your allies don't go away, they can heal you.
Yes.
And if you risk your life, you deal more damage, your combo gets longer, but it's like, once again, your allies can heal you. So who cares? It's like, Donald, I'm getting low. I risked a lot of my life. Heal me. The only time it sucked was the very end of the game.
Ooh, yeah.
That was when you're forced into that form, and it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
I need to heal. But that was the only time I did not like Rage. And I liked how, you know, I keep talking about Keyblades. You know what I fucking didn't like? How you didn't get Oblivion, you didn't get Oathkeeper. Granted, that shit was Roxas, but I want my staple keep. I want to know what they were gonna look like. They had so much opportunity. So much. It's so cool. It's so cool. Like, what if, like, with Oathkeeper, you just get a fucking wand, and you just fucking your magic bar never goes away. That was the fucking benefit. You just spam your magic. That would have been so cool. Okay.
I feel. Are you done?
I've been done.
Okay. So I feel like Oathkeeper and Oblivion aren't in the game.
It's because of with Roxas in the cutscene.
Not just because of that, but because they beat. I feel like they didn't add them because they feel like. I feel like if they did, they'd basically just be like second form 1 and second form 2, except without the plus. Or maybe with the plus. Because, like, they never transformed before. So, like, I feel like it should have gone to Roxas and not to you just because, like, yeah, they've become his staple. And canonly, Sora never changes off the Kingdom Key. But... but it's like... I would have loved if they... I would have loved to see what they would have transformed them into. But, like, I don't think they would have.
No, give me a wand, bitch.
Or maybe that's their form in itself, just having 2 Keyblades.
Maybe imagine your form in Oathkeeper was like magic 1 bar, 1 magic point.
Oh, that would be great. Ooh. But anyway, so on to my favorite Keyblades.
Mirage Staff.
That was number 2, 3, 2. Favorite one was Star Secret. Double guns, pop, 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 pop.
You spam that bitch.
I'm gonna fire whatever the fuck I want because it's gonna auto target. That shit got me through a lot of shit.
An interactive bitch. I'm not gonna fight you. My bullets will fight you.
Wouldn't you have liked Poos too? Because it's the same shit.
Yeah, but Poos, I'm gonna get into that. So, and then second was Ever After, the one with the staff that David likes but doesn't like the final. Oh, so great. I love the AoE. It may not do that much damage, but I love the AoE of it, and it gives all your magic a boost. I use a lot of magic. Shit's great. I say that a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Shit's awesome.
Shit's
There you
great.
go.
Oh, I'm gonna say, well, shit's great.
And then my third Keyblade is Frozen Keyblade. I never remember the name of that one.
It's a Keyblade from Frozen.
Like JC, I also like up close and personal.
Church sideburns.
I also like to be up close and personal, and like, what's more up close and personal than fucking claws? But I like that one more than the one from Monsters Inc.
I'm about to say.
Because, yeah, it's the same thing, but it ups my Blizzard. I'm still a magic user, and Blizzard being my favorite magic, it ups Blizzard and gives you Blizzaza. It's kind of still fun to say, Blizzaza.
Here's a side note. Let me say this a few more times.
Blizzaza. But yeah, I love all the Keyblades in this game. The favorite deputy, honestly, that one turned into I'm grinding now. I'm gonna use this one because it gives you lucky.
Same.
Gives you the lucky ability, which it drops more items from enemies. And I don't have all the Keyblades yet, but okay. So let me tell you about why Herc's Keyblade transformation is not shit. If it wasn't for that Keyblade, I don't think I would have beaten the final boss. Or not the final boss, the secret boss yet.
I'm about to say,
Really? You used it for that?
I did.
Really?
Fucked him up with it, I did. That thing blocks. And then it throws it back. And it fucking hurts.
Can you show me this later?
I will show you gladly.
I want to see this.
I will show you how I fuck this guy up. But, Did you cheat back?
I cheated back. Hard body. And then I don't know if you guys noticed, but like each Keyblade transformation gives you a different colored outfit.
Yeah.
So just like in 2, each color gives you different stats. Blue, obviously, your stats are better for magic. Red is more for combat based. Yellow is for guard. And then green is kind of like a mix of all of them, and it gives you more traversal abilities. Like all your dashes are faster and longer, and a couple other things. Like if you go to look in the abilities, I like that about that. Oh, and that's why the Keyblade from Winnie the Pooh is literally the same as my favorite Keyblade, but it gives you defense instead of magic. Which I'm like, oh, that's cool. It gives you a barrier if you want to be extra safe, instead of just a dodge, like where you're invincible for a little bit and like a little counter attack. But I just like I like my match better. And then all the finishes. So flashy. So flashy. I love them.
I'm gonna clap your shit with my yo-yos.
Do I have anything else to say? Oh, Rage Form? So much better than Anti-Form.
There you go, right back up.
First of all, you don't take double the damage, or as far as I've seen, you don't take double the damage.
Oh, you still take the damage.
You do?
Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do.
Alright, so then they definitely made you faster, because in Kingdom Hearts 2, Anti-Form, I would get hit a lot. I would nope a lot. This game, Rage Form, I get excited. I want that shit.
I felt that way.
Fuck them niggas up.
I felt that way in the beginning too, and then I fought Xehanort, and I was like, "Fuck this goddamn ability."
So at that point, I made Xehanort my bitch because I guess I use Rage Form so often that like I guess I've mastered it. Because guarding and dashing, you're invincible. If you like every time I get it, there's ability to like it makes you stronger and faster with longer combos, but you risk health for it. It takes like half your health. I put that shit to max instantly, always. And then if Donald doesn't have max, I just run like little bitch for a little bit. It's okay.
I miss Kiraga.
Yeah, I miss Kiraga a little bit. Not gonna lie, makes me cry sometimes. But then once he heals me, I go to town. I get in that ass, long dick style. And that's it. I'm done.
Alright, so I'm not gonna go as long, but I never even got to talk about the attractions or the Disney shit. Because the Keyblade shit got brought up, so. But mine won't be as long, because essentially what I said earlier I've already said. So, long story short, attractions, like everybody else, used them at first, but then after a while I just kind of stopped. I guess my favorite attraction was, it was the shooter at first. Like when you're on like fucking rails and you like shoot everyone from a first person view. And then after a while my favorite attraction became the
Carousel.
no, that's not my favorite. It's like my third. The carousel is good at the beginning for like surrounding enemies when you want to get rid of niggas really fast. When you're not spamming thunder. I guess for the sake of flavor. But I can't remember the other one at the moment. It'll come back to me. But attractions, yeah, they were cool at first. Got annoying. Every time the problem came up, I skipped the shit.
Pirate ship?
Huh?
Pirate ship?
Nah, not that one either. I stopped using that one the moment I got another attraction. I only used it to use its triangle finish at the very end. I call the boat and then start doing flips. What's up? You see something?
No, I didn't hear the music for a little bit. Like, did the music stop?
No, it's still going. You know, lower it so it doesn't into the mic. The Disney partners, they were really good, but the only weird one, quote unquote, is the one in Tangled, because the moment Rapunzel gets her haircut, you can't do it anymore. Because
I miss it.
yeah, because like if y'all don't know what it is, like she grabs her hair, wraps you around, and fucking swings you around like you're the weapon. Rapunzel's the player. You're the weapon in that finisher. But once, you know, events take over and her hair gets cut, you can't use it anymore. You still have Flynn to fight with, but Rapunzel's not with you, so you can't do the finisher. I love the Monsters Inc. one because Sora's a dick. He just picks up Mike and then just fucking rolls him. And I was like, wow, you did back. Like, when I first saw it, I thought he was such a jerk. I love Frozen. Marshmallow, the giant snowman creature, is what Wreck-It Ralph should have been. You get on his back and you wreck shit. That's how it should have been. The other worlds. Pirates, I only used that maybe twice. And like Xavier said, it's essentially the one from Dream Drop near the end. What's up?
Nothing. David.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I rarely ever used the Pirates one. But it was cool for what it's worth. I only used it like maybe twice all around. What's the other one? The other Disney-related one. The Rocket from Toy Story. I only use that a lot just for the sake of the callback and nostalgia. Because like, I didn't even think the move was all that cool, but I did it for the sake of nostalgia. Because every time the finisher got close to ending, I would always say, "Rockets explode!" wait a minute, we're on a rocket. I mean, it's
I didn't even think about that scene.
I mean, the only thing that's annoying about it is that every time you attack, like you hear someone make a comment. Like Buzz's comment drove me fucking nuts. Because there once in a while he'll just go, "Aha, aha," and he'll say that in a row every time you do a flip. Be like, "Aha, aha, aha," and like Buzz, shut the fuck up. We get it. We're hitting them with a rocket.
Woody would say something like every 6 ahas.
Yeah, but Buzz was hyped to be on that rocket. But am I forgetting another Disney-related one? Oh, Big Hero 6. Rarely use that one. I
love that one.
I rarely used Baymax.
There is one? Oh, yeah. Baymax fucked the niggas up.
No, Baymax fucks him up, but I didn't really use him.
It's like a flying Wreck-It Ralph.
It's a flying
I had the spear at that time. Everything was my bitch. I saw it. I forgot about the Nano Keyblade. That was my 4th favorite. Like, if I ever switched anything out, it was for the Nano Keyblade.
Its finisher was okay. You kind of have to be in close proximity of enemies.
Wasn't a fan of the finisher, but everything else it did.
No, everything else was great.
I think that besides the ultimate weapon, because I don't have that one yet, I think that one has the strongest shot lock.
You think which shock lock does that one do? I forget.
It's like the yo-yos except Nano.
And right, you're right. Do
this into a vortex and then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I do remember that. Am I forgetting any other worlds with the Disney-related things? I don't think I am. No, I think I cover all. If I'm forgetting one, it'll come back to me later. And just long story short with the Keyblades, my top 3 favorites were the Pirates one, the one from Tangled, and I know you guys don't have it yet, but my 3rd favorite one is the one you get from doing all the Game & Watch mini games. But I personally love that one, and its shock lock is like it's a copycat of another Keyblade, but visually I like looking at it. Speaking of which, there's a lot of Keyblades that Xavier brought up that are kind of copycats of the other. Like they're different, but it's like the one from 100 Acre Woods and what's the other one called? Your favorite one, the Starlight.
Yeah. It's
essentially the same exact Keyblade. You still shoot shit. It's like different properties, but the base is like you still shoot shit. Do you want to be shot with stars or honey? It's essentially what it like melts down to in the end.
And then do you want to get hit with a big ass rocket or a big ass bee?
I forgot.
Real question.
I forgot about the bee.
the way that shit comes out of the Keyblade is a little creepy.
I forgot about the bee.
It just kind of crawls out like it's being birthed. It's a little terrifying.
Yeah, but those are my top 3 favorite Keyblades. I love those. The one from Tangled, before I got the one at Pirates, was my top favorite one. It wrecks shit when you transform it. And the finisher is like, it looks cool. It looks like it should do a lot, but it really doesn't.
I know.
I know. It's flashy, but it really doesn't do shit much in terms of enemy damage. I think my least used Keyblade all around was actually Xavier's favorite Keyblade, because I'm not a magic user much.
Was the claws?
No, the Starlight, the guns.
See, they were cool at first,
And I was like, but now I want to cut people.
But now I want to cut people.
And it's like, yeah, they were my favorite, but I honestly didn't use them for bosses. Unless the boss started to fuck my shit, then I switched them out. But I always had them at the ready.
Yeah, but like for me, I'm more hands-on approach, so I use those keyblades. For Xavier, he likes the Starlight one, so he uses that. So I'm like, yeah, fuck you, I'm all up in your face. And Xavier's like, but I have so many bullets. So we're kind of different in that regard.
Xavier, no.
Alright, so a little bit of a sidetrack. What JT just said, I forget what Christine was watching one day, but it was like an abridged My Little Pony thing.
Not really. My Little Pony Abridged is something entirely different.
It was like, I don't know what the fuck it was.
It was a review.
But it was
a
something like
recap.
that. So, one of the characters said, oh, what are we going to do with something? And one of the characters said, let's go shoot up a school. And then they went in a circle like, nah, I'm good. But it's Tuesday. So is that a no? And then the last nigga was like, but I have so many bullets.
When Xavier heard that, he fucking died.
I was over in my corner. I was editing Kingdom Hearts footage, minding my own goddamn business. And like, I'm listening to this, I'm like, this is why she's banned from the internet.
I didn't put up the video.
And then I heard what probably was my favorite line ever, but I have so many bullets.
That's my wife.
I still can't hear it. But I have so many bullets.
Alright, but real quick to finish off mine. It's not my favorite keyblade, but visually it's funny. You get a key, like I mentioned earlier, you get a keyblade for doing all the recipes at Little Chef's restaurant. The keyblade itself is okay, but its transformation I like because your keyblade turns into a frying pan and you just beat the shit out of people. And visually that cracks me up.
That is fun to watch.
But those are my final thoughts and everything on the keyblades, you know, the partners and the attractions and shit. All around, good shit. Pretty good shit. And one quick thing, I do love how you can switch 3 keyblades. Like, you can pick 3 main keyblades and switch them out. Every Kingdom Hearts game that comes after this needs to do that, because that's a great thing to add.
Yeah. I will be thoroughly disappointed.
Yeah.
This is the only one that ever does that. Kingdom Hearts 3. Nah.
Alright, but we're good, so let me check chat. Hey, Raikou! What's that?
I ain't seen this clip.
But
But I have so many
Bullets.
I'll show you later. It's the second part of this series I watched called a Totally Legit Recap. And it's the second part of the Equestria Girls movie, which is all the ponies are humans for the sake of it.
Alright, so since I'm already...
Keyblade is the frying
Yeah, I just read it. So since I'm wearing this, I'll start off the next time, but after I do, I'm going to head to the bathroom real quick just to refill this up.
Also,
I
JT.
mean, I can go do it.
So here, if you could refill this up after you introduce the next topic.
But before we introduce the next topic, since I'm also looking at chat,
Yeah, go ahead.
can I get a charger?
Oh, for once, I'll actually willingly give you one, because this one ain't mine. When Maritza came over Saturday, she left hers.
Oh, bet. Thank you, Maritza. Now, the one time I will actually be grateful you were here.
I got you.
Wow. Wow.
You already know the relationship, David.
I know, but I want better. From me or her? Both.
Where's the lamb sauce?
I mean, there was one day where I went almost an entire day without saying what single mean thing to her. That's because it was a bet. Doesn't count.
You almost went a single thing.
Oh, until the very end of the day, I was perfectly fine. It wasn't until 2 minutes before we left where I fucked up.
You were so close.
2 minutes before
Wait,
I
it
left.
was that close?
Yes.
It was that close.
It was during a stream.
Literally, if we hadn't decided to fuck, I would have won. I don't know how I feel about that.
It was a day you two fought each other. We streamed that day. He did well. Then you two played Puyo Puyo Tetris. Somewhere while playing that, that's where he fucked up.
Ha!
My plan was to leave right after the stream, so I didn't fuck up. And then you challenged me. I can't turn down the challenge. So I got in my zone. Maritza was out of my mind. I was focused on Tetris. I fucked up. Maritza said something sideways. I don't remember what it was. I reverted. So I'm like, oh shit, that was Maritza's voice. Shut the fuck up, you. I forgot what I called her. But I think it might have been a cunt. Might have been bitch. I don't know. I said something. But I reverted. And then immediately I'm like, wait a minute, that was Maritza. Is it still today?
And then I'm just looking at Xavier with the face SpongeBob makes when he finds out Squidward likes Krabby Patties. But yeah, we're good. We're all caught up on the chat. They pretty much agree with us in terms of the Keyblades and shit.
So yeah, needless to say, I lost that bet that day.
It was funny though.
I want to order Uber Eats right now.
It's not like anyone's can stop you, dude.
Nah, I'm not gonna stop you.
I tried on my phone. It didn't work out.
Is it all good for the next topic?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The poo break.
Okay, this is mostly gonna be mine.
Can we go through with this one real fast?
Yeah, we're gonna go through this one real fast, but I feel like I'm gonna have more to talk about.
Oh yeah, you will.
Alright, but can you fill this up for us, please, Christine? Because
I-
you
I-
tore it up.
Let's get this straight. I thought that was going to be that fast, but you did a whole thing, and now I know I actually have time to do this.
No, go ahead. Alright, I mean, this one still won't be long, but I feel like I have Alright, so the poo break, most disappointing poo break in all the series. I'd rather play Chain of Memories poo breaks. I said it. But they're so... It's like, okay, so in all the other games, there's multiple pages you have to, like, get. And there's, like, different sections of the books. And, like, for people who don't know, the Winnie the Pooh worlds in Kingdom Hearts are always just mini-games. You don't fight any Heartless or anything. Although I probably would have been cool. I would have loved some Honeypot Heartless or some shit like that. But, you don't really fight anything. They're just mini-games. And there's always a good variety of them in every single game. Except this one, where it's only one page, one area in front of Rabbit's house. That's it. That's all you're getting. There's that one area, and there's only 3 mini-games. Technically only
It's
one mini-game, and it's just different skin colors of the same one. So it's, like David said, it's Bejeweled. It's pretty much Bejeweled. One Fruit Edition, Vegetable Edition, and Flower Edition. It's literally just 3 mini games, just different skin color, and I'm pretty sure going through the creators' minds, it was like, we already have all these other mini games. We don't have to focus so much on the Pooh ones, which I say, yeah, you're kind of right, but it's still super lazy. It's like there's nothing there. Like literally, you'll be in that world for like maybe 15 minutes, at most 20, depending on if you're looking for the emblems.
And that's only because the minigames take a minute to finish.
Yes, for real. They don't take that long. You have to do them to fill out Jiminy's log if you want to get the trophy, but it's pointless. It's pointless. You don't have to do the poo breaks. They're the worst. Personally, the best poo breaks are in Kingdom Hearts 2. I love those mini games. They're fun. Like, you know how Xavier, for anyone who's been watching the Kingdom Hearts playthrough, Xavier, like, immediately jump cuts every time he gets a page. He just cuts right to the page. Like, he doesn't even go to Traverse Town. He just gets a page and then jumps to the Winnie the Pooh world.
I'll read it right then and there.
He reads the page right there and then suddenly it's just there. And it cracks me up every time I see that. But it's like, he doesn't have to do that for KH3, because you can do it all right there. I mean, you get the Keyblade for it, but we already talked about it earlier. It's the Starlight one, just with honey, and a giant fucking bee that I totally forgot about. But, yeah, they're not fun. I don't really like the poo breaks. They're lazy. They're boring. You go there once, get the lucky emblems, get your Keyblade, and you're good. That's it. But that's all I gotta really say. So,
I think there's a skunk out there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if David was gonna go last.
No,
That's
I
it.
have nothing to say.
So did everything I say?
Yeah, pretty much. Very, very fast forward question. It was, I didn't want to stay in the war for 15 minutes, and the war was so. I was Xavier's.
Thanks for seeing it.
I was at Xavier's. I was on his couch, and I was like, "Do I have to do these?" And it was like, it's only 3 mini games. I was like, "Yeah."
But do I have to do these? Then when I told him you to Keyblade 4, he's like, yeah, fine, I guess I'll do it.
That's it. I really did. I wasn't in love with them.
Oh,
Oh shit, David.
I do remember one thing.
There's so much more David on this half of the bed.
That's the one with the flowers is the only way to get honey in the game for the recipes.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
Where do you get honey?
Wait, you said the flowers?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. That's true.
Got my hopes up. I'm like, oh.
I'm sorry. I mixed it up. Because I forgot Pooh's on the side and the honey pots are in the field. That's what I forgot. My bad. Yeah, but Xavier's right. That's the only spot to get honey, which is an ingredient for food. So it's like the flan.
Yeah.
Alright, next topic.
Next topic.
Yeah, that was the shortest one, so people didn't put anything in.
Did anyone actually eat Remy's food?
No.
Once.
Well,
That whole.
This
that
really counts my turn? No.
so can we all just like, okay, we can make this quick. David, go.
No.
Twice post game. Because there's one called Rags to Riches, which turns everything you get from enemies into money. Just so I could buy more material. So like, health, MP, and shit like that, all turns to money. And food lasts a good minute. I didn't know that. When I ate one for the first time, the timer was 35 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
During the game, no. Post game, twice just to get more money so I could buy more items. Other than that, nah.
I got tired of losing the secret boss.
So I mean, like, that's
it.
Game.
I didn't eat one for him.
I did. You were also a higher level than I was. I beat at like 50 something.
I was maybe like just a few more levels higher than you.
You
at that
said you were
point.
like 60 something.
I looked back onto it. You were like, what level were you at?
Oh, 50. When we were playing together, what level was I at?
When I was at your house on Sunday,
Yeah. Like when we were on the final world.
I was at 45.
So I was 54.
You were 54.
No, I was 54 when he was playing. I did jump 2 levels while beating the final boss. So 56.
56. I was 57. So I
Oh.
was just one level above you.
Oh.
Took me like 6 tries, 7 if I'm thinking about it, but I did beat him. But I didn't eat anything at that point. I went back to him after I capped out and got the ultimate weapon and made him my bitch, just for cathartic's sake. But that first time he whooped me.
Yeah. He beat me 6 times. Got tired of his shit. Went back with ate some food. Went back with a strategy. Beat his ass barely, but beat his ass, and that was that.
Like Luffy is like, I didn't win because I was hungry.
Alright, next one.
Yeah, that's a fast one.
Alright, hold on. Synthesis.
Okay, now you can actually go, David.
What about it?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not
what-
saying
what-
David ain't gonna say something
I was
shit
about
about
to
that
say,
either.
Yep.
What do y'all feel about the system? Did anyone actually fucking do it? X, Y, Z.
No.
Oh, did anyone actually do it?
No.
Did you want to go? Did you want to go, dog?
Did anyone actually do it? What do you think of the new? What do you think of the system in the game? X, Y, Z.
Go for it, Xavier.
So, synthesis ain't what it used to be.
You've changed.
It's still collect materials, make materials. That part hasn't changed. But you still gotta make, it's still showing you for making everything. But unlike 1 and 2, it don't tell you what you've already made. So if I'm trying to go through, alright, I know I've definitely made some AP boosts. Go back looking at it post game, like, I made like maybe 3 things total. AP boosts I made like 5 times. Didn't need to. Looking back on it, they were wasted, 'cause now I have like a shit ton of AP that I'm not using. But it doesn't tell me that I made them. It doesn't tell me the other 2 things that I made. So I know I'll be making them again, because I don't know what the fuck I made. So, other than the ultimate weapon, save the king, save the queen, I did make those. So like 5 things that I made. Other than those 2 things, I'm gonna be making those things again. And then I'm gonna have to make sure, I'm gonna have to go through, get all the materials, and then just go down the list to make sure I don't miss anything for that trophy. It's gonna suck. That's it.
Alright, for me, I agree with Xavier. The synthesis fucking sucks in this game. Did you remember something else?
Yeah.
What's up?
Alright, so, synthesis isn't just synthesizing anymore. They added a whole workshop.
Yeah.
The synthesizing itself can go suck my dick now. But everything else in the shop, I love it. Like, I love the...
That cannot suck my dick.
Yeah. So, they added photo missions, because you got a camera now. That's a part of the workshop. I think that's fun. I feel like that's a good way to get you more engaged and want to go back to these worlds. Like, oh, take a picture of that Heartless? Well, I've only ever seen that in Olympus. All right, well, let me go back to Olympus. Now you gotta find what area pops up in if you don't remember, or just go straight there. I feel like that's a fun little mission to do.
Yeah.
And then the Keyblade leveling, the Keyblade Forge. Yes. Yes. One thing, I like how leveling up your Keyblades, you need synthesis materials, obviously. But leveling up your Keyblades boosts magic and attack. And then, like, after a certain point, you get a form change extender. So, like, when you use the extra forms your Keyblades do, there we go, English.
You knew it.
It lasts longer. I love that. And, like, it's an ability for the Keyblade. And, like, that's how you unlock abilities for your Keyblade instead of, like, some of them are already come, like, outright, but you can add more by leveling it up. Love that. But it made me think of the mobile game where you level up your Keyblade from like a little rinky-dink piece of shit to like Big Daddy Keyblade. Like you guys know
big stuff.
Like you guys know the last Keyblade you get in the Keyblade graveyard, right?
Which one is that one?
Oh, it's like the blue with the it's like the Kingdom Key.
What we were just talking about?
Oh,
Starlight.
the fucking
Starlight. So that's its base form. That little rinky-dink thing you see in the game. But in the mobile game, once you get that shit to like half power, it literally changes how it looks. It looks like, ooh, I can fuck somebody with this. But then once you get it to like max level, it looks extravagant. Like I would hang this shit up in like a church. Extravagant. They didn't do that in this game. Like I'm like, oh, I want to see what the Kingdom Key looks like max level. Does it change at all? No. Alright, maybe it's just because it's the Kingdom Key. Let me do it on another one. Does it look any different? No. I was a little disappointed in that.
I understand.
I'm not gonna lie, because like, they did it in a mobile game. Why not bring it to the main shit?
Okay, it's actually pretty pretty.
You're looking at it.
David looked it up, yeah. It's really pretty. Oh, and then after a while they introduced something like you can upgrade it beyond its maximum potential. That shit fucking glows. I want a glowing Keyblade for Sora. Don't you? I do.
Don't you?
I think that's all that's in the Keyblade the Moogle workshop. Yep. Photo missions, Forge. Yeah, that's it. I'm good. I'm done.
Alright, but yeah, I don't like what they do in the synthesis shop in terms of telling you what you synthesize and what you haven't. The best you're going to get out of that is going into your actual start menu and going into your synthesis notes in your gummy phone. That's the best you're going to get, and it's so you don't get lost. I would suggest going section by section in the synthesis shop. Like, don't go to all and then go down. Unless you make a note you're going to get lost, I'd go like, so do the potion section, do the accessory section, and then do the material section. Just go bit by bit so you can keep track of yourself. Because, again, the shit doesn't tell you what you have and haven't done. And, you know, it's a trophy if you synthesize something. Like, same for par goes for the other Kingdom Hearts games. In terms of the actual photo missions, I did like that. I was like, getting pictures of certain things, a missed opportunity. I kind of wish, depending on what they told you took a picture with, the enemy would drop his guard to pose for the picture for you.
I would love that.
Because, like telling y'all right now, if you take pictures of other Disney characters, they'll pose for you.
Sometimes.
They'll sometimes pose for everyone. I did pose for you.
When they want to.
When they want
When
to.
they were ready.
Zeus's camera shy. He didn't do anything for me.
Oh, he did something for me.
He did it one thing, but I missed it. But other than that, he's camera shy. But enemies obviously don't do it. But I like to make a joke is like, I'll have the camera in selfie mode, and Donald and Goofy are fucking fighting for their lives, and I'm just holding my phone. Hang on, guys, this is for the shot. I need you to stop dying for a second. Cheese. If you get it just right, you can get a selfie with the Heartless, but like, don't expect them to pose or anything. That was just me being silly. But you do get good amount of items if you do that, like special material and shit. In terms of leveling up the Keyblades,
That's the shit I can't get.
In terms of leveling up the Keyblades, this is like this game is the one that starts it, and I love it because it essentially gives you a reason to go back to the other Keyblades and give them a better try. Like, because you know they up attack and power, redundant. They up attack and magic, so it gives you a reason to go back to the other ones. So I did like that. I wanted to try and upgrade every Keyblade, and part of me still wants to do that. But that trophy list says 100%, so as far as I'm aware, I did everything.
I'm gonna do it regardless, just because I want to.
No, that's why I'm saying part of me still wants to. I'm not saying no, but I will try it. But other than that, in terms of just synthesizing shit, make a note on your phone, on your desktop, like actually write the shit down somewhere, unless you have a fantastic memory, because this game doesn't tell you what you've mixed and what you haven't mixed. You just have to know from your gummy phone.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. There's a lot of shit. But other than that, synthesis is alright. The best part is the pictures. It's only because my friends are dying while I'm over here trying to take a selfie. One other quick thing I almost forgot. I forget what triggers these. I think it's something along the line that we'll talk about later, but later down the line you can actually get different positions for Sora to do during the selfies. Like, it's not just his hand back and him going cheese. You can unlock more when you do certain things later down the road. Like, one of them is just him doing this, and the other is just him doing this. like he's grabbing something. There's another one, but I forget what it is because I unlocked it late. I think I did it once, but I can't remember what it is. A part of me was kind of hoping he dabbed, but he didn't do that. So, that's a missed opportunity. But that's all I got.
Alright, maybe I'll be able to talk this time. So, before we start the next section. Yeah, Raikou, I just want to say, my heart goes out to you.
For real!
What happened?
He said he doesn't play KH3 anymore because his cousin deleted his save game.
It's rough, but you can do it again.
Yeah. Oh, but like
that's happened to me in literally. No, not all of them. It had happened to me in 2, but it happened to me in Kingdom Hearts 1. It happened to me in Dream Drop. It happened to me in Rechain. I didn't go back to Rechain for years after that. I know what happened in Dream Drop because he deleted it.
I remember that one.
And he left mine. So me and David were like being brothers for once, and like we were playing Dream Drop side by side. I think you were Riku, right?
Yeah.
He was Riku, I played Sora, like whenever they dropped. And when he wasn't there, I had my own file going. So one day when he came over, we were playing our file. I went to save it. I saved over my file. I went to go load up my file the next day. I'm like, wait a minute. I should be like 2 worlds further than this. What? I am the princess now.
Talk away, princess. What you think about synthesis and shit? Like, I know you.
Wait, no, I have nothing to say about it.
Oh, what about the Keyblade leveling up?
That's alright. It was cool, but like once again, like I don't pay that much money to it because I couldn't find the materials to find it anyway. So it didn't fucking matter.
Look it up. That's how I found out where certain materials were.
It's okay. I straight up found the shit that I needed.
2 or 3 of the materials can only be found during gummy ship shits.
Alright, so let's go next time.
I guess the only other places are chests, so.
Damascus can only be found in space.
In chests.
Fuck this.
I didn't find it. Monsters Inc. is the first place you find it in chests.
Oh, okay. But oh yeah, we're good, Christina.
Alright, so, Yeetus Vanitas.
That's a topic.
Why? It's the best cutscene in the whole game! Is that because you saw it in the chat?
No.
Because somebody said that.
Yeah, someone did earlier in the chat. Yeah, I saw it
I think it was
too.
Ninja Bros. Hold on, it's not that far. Yep, Ninja Bros.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm not in chat.
Damn near pissed
I was over here reading my webtoons, but then my iPod died.
Like,
On this hand, that's not really a topic, but
we just glaze over real fast. It's the funniest cutscene in the whole goddamn game. My favorite cutscene. I was here playing on
like, we don't even pass the crown. We could just all say this.
I was just playing on JG's computer, and I got the scene. Like, he's almost like my favorite scene. I was like, what scene? Fucking grab his ass, yeet! Grab that door, yeet! Grab that door, yeet! Went for the grinder.
That's the funniest shit. Okay, so for people who don't, don't know, there's a scene in Monsters Inc. where Vanitas shows up, and Sully literally grabs Vanitas, and Mike opens the door, and Sully yeets fucking Vanitas in the door. Like, this nigga shoots into the room, and then he does some doorception, where he grabs a door, throws it into another door, grabs that door, throws it into another door. I want to be the kid on the end who saw Vanitas come and be like, Mom, there's a stranger in my house. And then the other kid that was like, Mom, some door just flew in. Like, the kids must have been so confused and scared. Because one kid got a nigga and like 3 other kids got doors. Those kids had no idea what was going on that night. The other thing that I love is that Sully, like, creeps up on Vanitas and, like, he... Like, I want to say scares him because when Sully roars, the Keyblade drops. I like to... Like, I know the intention was probably because he got surprised, but I like to think Sully actually scared the shit out of Vanitas and he dropped this Keyblade, which I find funny and ironic because Vanitas is the source of fledgling emotions and he got scared the shit out of him. So I find that funny.
I never thought about the door coming through someone's closet. And I looked at the closet and I'm just like, how terrifying would it be to see a closet? A door just flying.
The kids get told monsters in the closet. Now there's just a door that flies through once in a while.
That's still scary as shit, though.
It just comes out of nowhere.
Especially if you sleep, you waking up to that shit. And God forbid your bed is right in front of that door.
Alright, next one.
Yeah, that's essentially it, but that cutscene in Monsters Inc. by far the best cutscene of the whole fucking game.
The whole series.
Yeet.
Oh, I thought you normally check chat after each one of the things.
Well, this one was...
Nothing's new.
Jalen's back.
Oh, yeah,
That's much
I
we
kind of
can
want
say.
to do 2 more topics, to be honest, at this point.
I can keep talking for a hot minute.
Like the last one I want to talk about the epilogue. Now I want to talk about your favorite world. Ooh. Oh.
David, favorite roles was next.
Favorite worlds?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, go. Okay, since this one's an actual thing, go.
Finally.
Go for it, David. What's your favorite world?
Best world, because every world's a disappointment.
Let's get that out of the way right now.
Let me tell you right now, every world's a disappointment. Is the fucking Keyblade Graveyard.
That's your favorite world?
Is the best fucking world in this whole goddamn game. Alright, this is why, right? Every world was cool, but I felt so overpowered in every single world. And then I got the Keyblade Graveyard, and you're not overpowered. You don't have attractions. You do have forms, but you can't fucking use like. And you go through the best boss battles. You've created boss battles. I don't know. I'm not fighting some random Heartless, some random nobody. I am fighting the organization, and I'm fighting them with my comrades. That's so fucking cool. And then it has a really cool cutscene because if you get Kai, there's the cutscene where the Avatar and Kai just shows up. You're like, if you never played Kai, you're like, who the fuck is this kid?
That's not an avatar. That's an actual character.
Oh,
like Ventus is in that game, and Larxene is in that game, and like the core organization members that you don't know where they come from that game.
yeah. Well, if you know who the fuck they were, you're like, who the fuck is this kid? But it comes like, and if you go through the names, it goes all the it goes through players' names.
I'm in there.
I know.
Did you see your name?
Yeah.
I looked for it.
what?
I didn't see it.
You
What's
didn't see Zero?
No. I was probably pressing
Give me your proof.
I was probably
PlayStation.
pressing triangle so fucking fast I didn't see it.
There is a point where you actually have to focus and avoid some shit. So that's
That's why I probably didn't see it. I had a feeling you were in there, but I didn't see you.
I was proud of myself. I didn't think I got a high enough.
Oh shit! I helped Sora. That's me. I'm in the game, baby.
And that seems really cool. And it's really powerful. Then you get cool Keyblade. And then you go through your boss battles. And I honestly, the reason why I hate the boss battles in this game. Up until the last world, I felt like all the boss battles were fucking trash. They were fun, but they weren't they became so generic. Where it was like, alright, this is a Heartless. Okay.
Like when we got to Monsters Inc., I would rather fight the fucking chameleon thing than some fucking random nobody. Unversed. And then when we got to Frozen, I rather fought Hans instead of some Ice Wolf. I would have rather had one of these boss battles where it's like I fought the villain of the series.
Pirates. I think that's the only.
That's the only one.
Yeah, that is
That's
the only one.
the only
That
one.
is the only one.
That's sad. For giving away 7 worlds, it's the only one that has like a unique boss battle. That was fun. And then when you do the last one, it's not even the last world. It's just so good. It's so satisfying to like finally beat the 13, and all of them have something to say to you. Oh, so young Xander's a little fucking asshole. Me and JT talked about it over the phone after the game. And then like, Ansem, he's like, yo, I'm just really scared, man. And Xander's like, yo, you must be really strong. Give a heart, man. And young Xander's like, fuck you, you're gonna die.
Oh, what a cock.
And it's like, it was so good. And the last world was just so good. And you don't feel, and the thing is like, I understand when you're like, oh, I wish they would like team up. I was like, you don't feel overpowered, and that's why I find it fun. It's challenging because you're not overpowered. You can't just be like, yo, I'm getting fucked up. Calm down now. It's like you have to actually like pay attention, and the fact that you're fighting 2 bosses at the same time also like
2 or 3, depending on which part.
In the Luck Door fight, that one, I love that one.
Oh, I like that one.
Thundogging the fuck out of it. All right, I'm done. I honestly love the Keyblade Graveyard. It's not the last world, but it was the world that I was hyped. I was in my chair and I was like, yes, this is what I waited for. Every time I got to a new fight, I was like, yes. I was so like, I was hyped. I was shaking. I was like, yes, this is what I waited for. And I got like, because I never felt that amount of excitement throughout the rest of the game until that part.
I understand.
And that's why I think the Keyblade Graveyard is the best one. In the third, if not third, it's the labyrinth of the Keyblade Graveyard. It's my favorite part. And my favorite world.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Princess. Okay. Alright, so my favorite world, Monsters Inc.
Oh, you fucking copycat.
I told you this before, bitch!
No. You said your favorite world was Toy Story.
Hush!
When you got
peasant.
there.
I'm wearing the crown. Thy may get their opinions later. Let me talk.
Fucking copycat.
Fucking, you don't copycat, bitch. So my
Both your opinions are wrong. Both your opinions are wrong.
Shut the fuck up, Christina. I'm not talking to you directly. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not my head.
You're right. Give me that belt.
Oh god. Alright, so my favorite world is Monsters Inc. One, because I love the monster look for them, and I love how when they first enter the world, they scare each other like, who the fuck are you? What are you done with Donald and Goofy? No joke, if I didn't know those were my friends, I would have instantly pressed Thundaga. But I love their monster look. I thought it looked dope. It's already been shown in the trailers, but I kind of forgot because I only watched the trailer once. But when the Unversed showed up, I was like, oh fuck. I kind of forgot about that. I was expecting Heartless. I do love in that world, unlike the other Disney worlds, it's not trying to be an abridged version of this movie. It's trying to be its own thing without trying to be the first movie and without trying to be a prequel like Monsters U. It's trying to be its own unique follow-up to the first movie. I like that. And I love the cutscenes that go on. We already talked about this, but fucking Sully yeeting Vanitas in the door. That's like the fucking highlight of that. I love the music, but that can be said for any world in Kingdom Hearts, period. But
the soundtrack.
Oh, the soundtrack's wonderful. But that's my favorite world. My least favorite world, and I'm probably going to get flack for this, and I don't care, is actually Frozen. Yeah, go ahead, look at me. I got my reasons.
David put down his phone, JT.
Yeah, remember when I said earlier in the stream, I said that might be the okay too because I got a different opinion? Here come that opinion. Okay.
It's wrong.
So
No, I'm with David on this one.
I got two hands.
Let me clarify. Just because it's my least favorite world, that does not mean I hate the world. It's just my least favorite. Let me say that right now so you two don't get my words mixed up.
There's only 6. Oh, I have more.
It's just my least favorite. I didn't say I hated it.
Okay, strawberry.
But the reason why it's my least favorite world, at first, it's one of those things I had to reflect on after a while. At first, I thought the world was cool and everything. Yeah, no pun intended. Get closer, bitch. I'll keep talking. I thought it was cool at first, you know, nice snowy soundtrack, that's cool. It's actually that world where you meet Larxene, who, if you heard from our Kingdom Hearts playthrough, I can't fucking stand. But she's a little more chilled. Like, she's still evil, but she's not a bitch so much as she was in Chain of Memories. Like, I can actually tolerate this Larxene. She just needed some Xehanort in her to calm down. Take that any way you will.
Can I say something about this?
What you about to say? What you about to
That
say?
has the most best Sora line in the whole goddamn game.
What?
I wish we felt, man, it's a good thing snow's so soft. We can fall off the moon.
It's so, okay, that's actually going to be a point of mine. So, there's 2 or 3 times, I can't remember, I think it's 2 times, where you get to the top of the mountain and for plot reasons, fall right fucking off and have to take a different route back up. It's like I don't like that. I felt like that was padding. I didn't like that. Also, the other reason why I'm not a big fan of that world is because this is also padding. The part where you had to put together Olaf. You could have skipped that. And, like, it's funny when you find the wrong parts and he makes a comment. Like, it's funny, but it's...
there were wrong parts.
Yeah, you can, there's like 4 or 5 other wrong parts.
Oh, no, I found them. I couldn't find the right fucking part.
It's always in the same spot. But I felt like that was a time waster. I really didn't care for it much. I know we're in the Frozen world, and I know it's supposed to be snow everywhere and everything. Aesthetically, it looked nice, but it's like not much to it. You're just on a snowy base mountain from time to time. And I know people like this part. I did at first, then I thought about it. I know people like the fact that 2 of the songs, technically 1, because Anna sings over one of them, talks over one of the songs. It's not even the whole song. I do like how they threw in the Let It Go theme, which I should have fucking expected, because Frozen was hype around the time this game was being developed and shit. So that whole song, note for note, from beginning to finish, is in that movie.
That song is in that movie.
Is in that game. But the fact is, that's literally a shot for shot of the movie. I was like, well, I've seen the movie. I get what they're doing. I like the idea, but I don't really care. Like, it's the only Disney World to have a full out song in it, you know, because Frozen gets everybody's dick hard. But
it's the director's cut. Sora's in it.
Okay, a video. Right. Okay, no, I know the best way to put it. A video Christina was watching put it perfectly. Some dude said, essentially, when it comes to the Tangle one kind of falls under this too. But not so much. But it's like, it's literally, you can just green screen Sora into the game, and literally it's pretty much the movie. Just drag a PNG of Sora. Okay? And that's literally it right there.
That was Scott.
If I may, they finally did it right.
What?
No meddling. It took them 5 games, but they did it right.
You know what? I'll give you that. You're right. I didn't think of it that way. No, y'all can watch, but don't interfere. If Rapunzel feels like shit, you let her feel like shit.
That is dying. You do not heal him.
We do not meddle. Keep the order, Sora. But there's just a lot of things, like, again, I don't hate the Frozen world, but it is my least favorite just because there's a lot, I feel like there are a lot of unnecessary moments. Now, the bit you're being chased away by the avalanche on the shield, I thought that was dope. I like that. That was really cool. And the minigame after, aside from going after the treasures that can eat a dick, I thought the minigame was cool too. But everything else, I can't say Frozen's my favorite world. I can't. It's my least favorite, actually. I will hop on with David and saying, though it's not my favorite world, I do love the Keyblade Graveyard. And when I saw, like, I haven't played Unchained Key, but when I saw everyone's list pop up on the top left, I thought that was so fucking cool. And I did try to find Xavier's name, but I didn't see it.
film.
Like, what section were you at when you were? Was it when you were mashing, or when you have to mash and dodge?
Mash and dodge.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't see it, because I was trying to
understand.
live.
I almost died during that part.
Because I did not. I almost did too.
I was honestly looking for myself, and then I had to stop looking because I was going to die. Nicole actually found me. I was about to say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not in here. I gotta live.
So anyone who just heard me say that, or watches this post and put it in the comments, fucking say something at me if you will. I really don't give a fuck. But yeah, Frozen was my least favorite one. But here you go. Monsters Inc. is favorite.
I could fall off the mountain, so it's a good thing snow's soft.
So,
I love that line.
this nigga's copycat, because while he was in Toy Story, I was already calling it. Monsters Inc. is going to be my favorite.
Fuck you.
Because Monsters Inc. is my favorite Pixar movie. As a kid,
Oh yeah, I remember.
that was my Finding Nemo. As a kid, I can quote that movie line for line. But I haven't seen it since I was like 5.
I was gonna say, can I say something real quick? I joined into something. Didn't one day when you came over, you said Monsters Inc. is my favorite movie, and then when me and Christina brought up 2319, you were like, "What the fuck is 2319?" I thought Monsters Inc. was your favorite movie.
I haven't seen it since I was 5.
That's like one of the most.
That's almost 20
memorable
fucking years.
That's still like one of the most memorable moments because they happen like 3 times in the film. 2319, well 2.5 because he shuts him up halfway and throws his ass into a kid's room.
Stuff the sock in his mouth he does.
Yep, and it throws him in the door. Like, I remember how everything looks, but none of the dialogue stuck in my mind. Literally 0% of it, because I haven't seen this since I was 5.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, yeah, I love the fact that I think this is the first time you actually get to see, like, really outside of the scare floor.
Yeah.
And, like, actually traverse around, like, the building. And I'm not talking about, like, what they do from, Monsters U, because they pretty much they look at the scare floor, and they go through the parking lot. It's like, you get to see the entire building.
Yeah.
I like that. And, like you said, it's like a continuation. It's not a prequel. It's not, like, trying to rework the plot or the plot from the movie. They added, like, a little extra, like, from after the movie.
Yeah.
Like, a little bit of extra closure. It's like, they fix Boo's door. They actually have fun time with her. I found that really fucking cute.
Mom, the gator's back!
We have wings tonight.
Randall's anger is perfectly placed now. It wasn't, it used to be, but it is perfectly placed. They almost turned me into a wallet. That is one of my favorite lines. And then when it talks about, hey Ma, the ugly gator's back. We gonna get him this time. I love that.
Like, Randall is a wallet. That'd be a great place to hide your money.
Right?
They never.
Shut up, Christine. And honestly, the Frozen Let It Go. I prefer Kingdom Hearts version over the movie version. Everything thicker.
Yes!
Everything thicker.
She's thick. Have you guys seen Frozen 2, by the way? The trailer looks intense as fuck.
I don't know what happened to her.
I haven't. I'm gonna get on that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, all right. So, did you see
Wait. We talking about Kingdom. It's Frozen's in Kingdom Hearts, but not Frozen 2. We can get there.
No.
It's gonna be Kingdom Hearts 4.
No. Quick. No.
Jesus. 10 years from now.
Like
That soon.
back when it was relevant. Did you see the Cars 3 trailer?
I don't give 2 shits about Cars.
But did you see it?
That show's intense
I
too.
might have.
The one that was like all gritty and you're like, what the fuck? This is Cars? Since when?
The last thing of Cars I remember is like something like a spy.
Oh, that was Cars 2. We don't talk about that in this Christian household. But
So back to favorite worlds. I liked them all. I liked all the boss fights, but like David said, none of them are like the Disney villain. It's like I get they're like actually throwing in the concept of you're not supposed to meddle in the affairs of other worlds. So like you shouldn't really fight a resident of that world except for Davy Jones. Fuck that guy. Davy Jones. So it's like, it's a little bit of a disappointment, but I understand why. Kinda.
Oh
Man.
Oh, can I say something real quick? Yeah, the bosses, I forgot. I personally like the bosses, but I can see where you two are getting at. I did like them. And
I love them all.
Oh no, but in the music that accompanied them only made it better. But one thing I hated is that, I know this is for the end, but like, pretty much every single organization member just pops up and then fucks off. Even Sora gets tired of it by Monsters Inc. Like, he tells Benitez, is this the part where you show up, say shit, and then leave? Like, even he acknowledges it, and it's getting annoying.
I love that.
But that's all I wanted to say real quick. I did like the bosses, but even Sora gets tired of the fact that the organization members just show up and then leave. I know they're all for, like, the end, but, like, why am I seeing you if you're just all of you are going to fuck off later?
And it's like, I love the dialogue in this game. All the dialogue is great. I feel like I'm watching a comedy. Oh, I hope they have insurance.
I forgot about that. At least Goofy cares.
And it's like, and Donald is the biggest asshole. You want to know why he's the biggest asshole?
Why?
He'll change your form in every world you go to. You go to pirates, you look like a pirate. You go to a fucking winter frozen tundra. You don't even get a long sleeve shirt. This nigga's from an island. Of course he's gonna be cold. He don't know what the fuck snow is.
Sora mentions this and then tweets it later that day. How am I supposed to keep the order if my nipples are frozen, dog? Can you order me a jacket, nigga, please?
Like, bitch can turn you into a mermaid. He can give you pirate clothes. He can turn you into a monster. He can't even give you not even a sweater, but a long sleeve shirt. I feel for the nigga. I'm black. We don't like cold.
The monster one, he did too good, because even he didn't know who the other two people were. He didn't know that those were Goofy and Sora. Like, holy shit, I'm too good at my job. Those are really convincing. I was about to cast magic on you.
It's like, yo, Donald's a dick. And then, in terms of the final world, not final world, I'm just gonna glaze over the boss fights like they did.
So fucking good! Oh! Yes!
My favorite part about that
I'm
world...
sorry.
I had to come again.
I really love the last world.
So, my favorite part of that world is every member has their own cutscene. Every member.
I did like that. I like that
It
a lot.
saved the game for me. It saved the game.
And
This
like,
wasn't a piece of shit. So good.
So, characters that I didn't like, I started to like Larxene. I want to know what the fuck her past was. It kind of made me want to start playing the mobile game again. I won't lie. I know she's in it. That's all I know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know why she became a nobody. It's her secret, apparently.
She's trying to fuck. I'm calling it now.
Probably.
We'll figure out Kingdom Hearts 4.
Real quick, I forgot. Speaking of which, when you have the dialogue with each one of the members when they die, like the one for Benitez is like
he just understands.
Just a pancake put it perfectly. It's like darkness, light, darkness. But why? But why darkness? I am darkness. Why not light? I like darkness. Darkness. And then Ben just goes, okay.
Show me that.
I sent it to you.
I love that part.
I gotta
That is a perfect abridge of that scene.
And it's like,
Yeah, I sent it to you.
it makes sense. He is literally the darkness from Vin's heart.
He's like, she's like, wait, I don't understand though. Wait, I am darkness. Why can't you be light? I am darkness.
I am darkness. Physical.
Like, you were there that day I was born. You should know what I am.
We ain't even really brothers. I'm just evil you.
It's like everything about that world is great. It's so good. I like the labyrinth because it's like
Fuck, I love this game.
it's a reason for everybody to be separated.
Yeah.
The one thing I think they could have added is like something with like everybody you meet. Yeah, Donald and Goofy think. Oh, one thing I'm surprised that you didn't mention, something you've been asking for since Kingdom Hearts 2. Mr. Disney himself got off his lazy fucking ass and did something.
So, what was that thing you kept telling me? That he's not gonna do
So,
anything because he's retired?
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm glad we didn't bet money.
That's easy money for me. I was actually, yeah, thank you for reminding me. I was waiting until this retrospective or until they were done playing the game to bring this up. But for years, whenever I was like, you know, Jensen's gonna get up and do something, and for the longest time, Xavier kept saying, nah, he ain't gonna do anything, he's retired, he's not gonna do anything. In the back of my head, I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Are you literally telling me, as niggas are fighting for their lives, for the sake of all worlds, this nigga's just gonna sit on his ass and watch the shit on Netflix?
The fate of all worlds were at risk.
But that wasn't the fate
and
day.
in one, granted he didn't appear in one, but and in one, literally there were 6 worlds left. There were literally 6 worlds left. All the rest were
The
gone.
moment I saw that beam of light come down and he was there, I was just... I'm gonna let him know later.
So good! Such a good level! I'm so glad I wasn't with you when either of us did it, because I wouldn't want to hear it.
I kind of wish...
I saw him, I'm like, I literally paused the game. Nicole looked at me. What's wrong? I'm not gonna hear the end of this. I'm not gonna hear the end of this.
I wish for lulz, like we bet money, but I would have wanted to bet $200 exactly, so that money you were possibly gonna get from David is going straight to me.
Oh, I should get back to that. But yeah. Oh, so that aside. Oh, when he landed in part of the seas.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed. He made a keyhole.
Did it?
What?
He made a
He
keyhole.
did? I didn't notice
The
that.
circle he landed was the place where he landed made a circle. The path he made made like a long ass keyhole.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I'm like, it's a bit of a stretch because like it doesn't end,
Yeah.
but like it's a circle and like a path.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long ass keyhole.
Oh, I didn't catch
It's
that.
nice to know that we're still talking about my favorite world because of the tits. That's what you all know. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like the Kingdom Blade Graveyard saved the game for me. But to that point, I was like, it's a good game, but that made it. Oh yes, yes. I was so I was so hyped. Like that saved the game for me.
And like, so like the fights were fucking phenomenal. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything they could have done to make it better except for like some kind of action you can do with like each partner. Like Sora and Aqua would like do something together. And, like Sora and Vin, like for Vin, I can see them doing like what they did in when he's fighting while he's fighting Roxas in his heart. Like while they're dancing around while Sora's trying to steal his Keyblades and like use them for himself, they could have done something like that.
Yeah.
But like maybe like once or twice, or like as they're ending the fight. Because I was still a higher level than David. Those fights weren't hard for me.
They were
Yeah.
hard, but they were fun.
They were fun.
And
They
it was
were
just
very
the simple
fun.
fact that you were fighting the 13 finally, and you were doing no bullshit. They did get hard when they fucking went Super Saiyan on your fucking ass. They went Super Saiyan at the same time. Fuck that.
The only fight that I found hard was Sayax.
Oh really?
Really.
I thought you were gonna tell me Zigbar and Riku, because that would fuck my ass up the first time.
That wasn't shit to me.
Oh man, Riku, fuck, Zigbar kept fucking shooting me in.
I got rid of him first. That thing was annoying as shit.
Nah, I killed Riku first. That was a mistake.
Zigbar was starting to piss me off. I got rid of him.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure that was a topic coming up later, but so we don't get too off track in terms of worlds. Is that what you had to say?
In terms of worlds, yeah, my least explored world is actually Big Hero 6.
You know what? You know, I agree, and you know why? Because Sora's not fucking Spider-Man. I can't traverse the city as fluently as well as Spider-Man does in New York.
Yeah, that is true. But at that point, I saved that world for like the last world because of the difficulty level.
Sames.
At that point, I'm like, yo, I want to finish the fucking game. Because like as soon as you're done with the world, like you don't even get a chance to really go back in there. You go right into saving, well, spoilers, you go right into saving Aqua and on to the rest of the game. You don't want to go back and backtrack at that point.
Yeah.
You want to... Keep playing. So I was like, I still have to go back there. It's fun.
But
it's like, But yeah, it's you're not Spider-Man. I did have that feel while I was there. Yeah, you can run up walls like Spider-Man. At this point, you can glide, so it'll be a little bit easier.
A little bit.
Let's talk about how we all forgot how to glide at some point in time.
They changed it.
Yo, you know how easy the last battle was when I remember how to glide? Yeah, but I mean, not the last battle, I mean the one you fought young Xehanort, Ansem, and Zemus at the same time.
Yeah.
It got a lot easier when I remember I could glide.
So you get glide at the very beginning of the Keyblade Graveyard. You know when I actually equipped it?
What?
When you get to the final world. I kept forgetting I had it. You know when it really would have helped me?
What?
When you gotta go collect yourself.
Yeah.
I ain't have it. I'm like, oh shit, you know what would be great?
Alright.
Glide. I tried to equip it. I couldn't.
Alright.
Alright, but I think we're
done.
good in terms of
we
Turns
can
of
talk,
Worlds.
we can talk about this on our own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go to the epilogue or ending now?
Well, it depends on what person you have.
How many points do you have left?
Please don't say a lot. We've talked for like 2 hours straight now. 3 hours.
14.
Oh fuck
Oh,
me.
Left or total?
Mind you, a bunch of them are just individual points in the epilogue.
In the epilogue?
Yes.
Alright, so what's not in the epilogue?
Was not in the epilogue. Four of them are technically final thoughts. One of them is just Donald being useful.
Zeta Flare.
Exactly.
I didn't know he had it in him.
Neither did I.
He did. That's why he can only do it once,
That
and then
nigga
he
died.
died.
That nigga died.
Goofy got one, then Donald got one.
Alright.
Wait, just real quick. I have a request, Xavier. People might forget this by the time I say this, but when you get to KH3, that bit where everyone gets swallowed by the darkness, I have the green screen of this. Can one of the people you just add the world of light beam instead of just the shadows taking them out?
I will. Ooh, yes. We're doing it.
Okay, thank you.
We're doing it.
You know, like in the World of Light and Smash Ultimate, where it fucks everyone, you see them get blue. Like instead of the darkness, I have the green screen of that. Like, can you just throw that over instead?
Honestly, I was thinking about having them fade away, but you know, I like that better.
I don't feel so good.
That's a lot more editing than just a giant fuck you.
Can we just? I'm not sure what your points were, but I was like, can we like speed this up? Not speed this up, but like,
Yeah, I'm kind of with David.
yeah. Can we just talk about things that we did not like, and we can talk about that? Because at this point in time, I can talk about like the most bullshit parts. And I don't think really we need to go in like an order. I think we can just bounce off each other at this point.
I mean, I could just go real fast through all these.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Everything I didn't like, though, is pretty much I summed up in the other parts.
I need to talk,
So-
I need to talk about this epilogue. That's what I.
Oh!
Piece of shit game.
I have one thing I want to say.
You're so flip floppy.
Real quick, favorite partners in each world. Blah blah blah.
Donald.
Donald.
He got useful.
That's where all the coding went. That's 13 years of programming gone into Donald.
Baymax.
There's Donald. Baymax?
Baymax. Can
Can
I cop out and pick one of the 7 Guardians of Light?
No.
No.
Okay. Then
Don't be a
Baymax.
bitch.
Nah, because Riku was putting in that work.
No, he was.
I'll give you that.
Like, I feel like Riku put in more work than all the other 7 Guardians.
Yeah, well, as a character, he put in more work.
True.
I don't know, Aqua put in a lot. To be fair, you would measure Aqua put in the most work.
Aqua was the only character that died.
She is the work.
Yeah, but traversing the labyrinth, she was the only character that died.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh. That's
Huh.
No,
you're bad.
her and Axel. Axel died too.
You're a bad teammate. Actually got a shit rocked.
Yeah, Axel got his shit rocked for me. Aqua was the only one that died for me. Aqua died.
Terra fucked both of them. It didn't matter. Terra didn't care who you his friends were.
Ben came very close.
Oh no, they both died. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do.
Alright, did you say
Mine, I've been thinking the entire time. I really don't have a favorite, to be totally
That's why I said Donald.
Yeah, Donald.
Alright,
He literally didn't die until giant mechs were involved. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm ready to fuck. And then just...
Only time you die for me.
You should have said a flare right there. I got some potions. I'll bring you back up, dog. Just keep doing that.
I'll get you a Phoenix down.
Yeah, for real.
Who wants some roasted duck?
Yeah, chat's been quiet.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
JT, you
Don't matter to me. I'm just talking to talk.
JT, you said you wanted to ask them if the Lucky Emblem glitch happened for them.
Glitch?
Remember when I was at Tangled
No.
and I was at that one near the wall and it kept going
Yeah,
off?
it did happen for me.
No.
It didn't?
No.
Then I guess my copy is bugged.
But then again, I didn't go to that spot more than once.
I knew where most of them were because at that point in time, you both were over at them so many times. I was like, I pretty much know where all of these are now.
Yeah, no. Lucky emblems are there. They get you items and shit.
Yeah.
Get a trophy at the end. I forget what you get for finding all of them.
I know what you get close to all of them. It's or here, Calcum Plus.
What you need for the ultimate keyboard.
But yeah, no, that glitch didn't happen to me at all. Once I found them, if I ventured back, I didn't hear nothing.
Alright, I guess it was just me then. Shit.
Them fucking ingredients, though.
Fucking Donald. Shut up. I know there's ingredients. It's called a store!
JT, you said you wanted to mention certain questionable cutscenes like Herc's throw, and it just cut off, and then the girl was saved.
I feel like something should have been there.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're on top of the statue and Herc throws you to go save a girl that's on top of some rubble. Like, he yeets
Across
the statue.
town.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure he overshot the girl by like 500 miles. But it just cuts and then there's nothing there. There's a lot of points in this game where some things either don't make sense in terms of transition or long pauses in sentences.
Yeah.
Long pauses are like, okay, I'll name one example, is near the end of the Toy Story world, after Woody saves Buzz. And Buzz is pointing his laser at young Xehanort. There's a weird pause in between a sentence he says, where it's like, just to let you, it's like, I want to let you know our hearts will always be connected to Andy's no matter what you do. But there's a weird, awkward 2 to 3 second pause between that. He's like, our hearts will always be connected to Andy's. No matter what you do. I'm like, what the fuck was that pause? I was like, was the nigga going through the script right there? Like, our hearts will always be connected to Andy's. No matter what you do. I'm like, what the fuck was that pause? There's a lot of awkward pauses. The most offensive one is Entangled when Flynn gets caught by Rapunzel and they're just staring at each other for like a good few seconds before Flynn finally says something. Even after he does, there's like another long pause. It's weird. Like, there's a lot of long pauses in this game, and it bothered me. I was like, why is this here?
That first one, Entangled, though, that's actually part of the movie.
I know
that one, I think, was like, they fucked up.
Oh, but that's still very noticeable.
There's no BGM in that scene too.
No, it's just silence.
Weird. I just want to make a point right there that a long pause that I thought was kind of funny, but like I took as a joke at the moment. I didn't really care for it at the very end when Flynn's dying, and he's just like, nah, fuck this shit. Everyone loses. And I was like,
we're going to hell together. I'm not going alone.
But I also saw another YouTuber was talking about that exact same thing. Like the sense of dialogue in this game gets very awkward. So like when you're doing phone calls with Zexen,
Yeah.
and there's like,
Those are the worst.
those are like extremely awkward.
They feel forced, honestly.
It's like
I
if they
feel like-
sped it up, like not even a lot, but maybe like just a little bit, so there was like a fluid conversation and not just like a.
It's like, I feel like that's kind of done on purpose, because like that might be their universe's like first cell phones, and they're traveling through worlds. So maybe it's
you're
on
trying to put
purpose.
sense in a game that has Donald Duck use the strongest magic in the world.
And it's like, I was thinking about it too, like, they're painful.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
I don't understand why some of those gaps are there. But that's all I really wanted to say. I wanted to bring up in terms of the cutscenes. I was like, they're just some visually they're beautiful and everything because PS4 we skipped a generation and we're sorry. But
I did.
the
No.
pauses and shit, I just
Okay.
nah. It's I don't like that. It's glaring. But yeah, Christina, you can go now.
Next
Yeah.
point.
And it faded out after Sully's scares too. I thought that was weird. All right. So on to a bunch of endgame shit. Where the hell did all them Union Cross niggas come from? They were supposed to be long dead, and we're all looking at you. Because I want to hear your bullshit explanation.
Now, let's go through this bullshit of the epilogue and my frustration as I was texting both of you at the same time. I was like, first off, let's back up a little further than that. Where the fuck is Sora? Why is this nigga just up and disappear?
Oh, you mean go forward? Not, but that's not back. No, that's going forward.
I'm going forward. Wait, no, because then after that there's epilogue. You see what I'm saying? Why the fuck, Sora?
So you don't want to build up to the epilogue?
No. I'm gonna go into the epilogue after this point. The epilogue is bullshit because I didn't get after
I
all
want to
this.
see that real quick.
No. Yeah, he should have that.
Preach, dog.
After 13 fucking years, I didn't get a single goddamn question answered. I didn't. All I wanted to know in this whole goddamn game was what was in the box. And do you know what I get?
Jack?
Yeah, we back, and we still got the box. What's in the box? Hope. Oh, okay. What's in it though?
That was part of his
Think
goal.
you're right. Oh
That's
yeah.
all
By
it
the
is.
way, we're still alive. We should be dead, but it's okay. It's okay. And after that, they're like, all right. Guess what, guys? Here's the story for the next Kingdom Hearts game. You'll never see it for another 10 years. But here's it. Here's a sprinkling. So 1, that nigga Sora just up and disappears. And then 2, people that thought you were fucking dead are now fucking back, and I still was in the fucking box! That's all I wanted to know! All game long, and the thing that kills me is all game long we're talking about this fucking box. Literally. Maleficent, I went up, where's this box at? And you see it, like, she's so fucking useless in this goddamn game. But she's like, I just want to know what's in the box. And then, when you finally get to see the box, they don't fucking tell you what's in it! $10 and Sora's in that fucking box! That's all I gotta say for that!
Or the master. Oh, one thing, fucking called it.
What?
Zigbar's.
I don't give a fuck about I don't give a fuck about that shit!
Fucking called it.
I don't give a fuck about
I
that
was gonna
shit!
say, you told me he was either Lucia or the Master or Master. Like, well, he can't be the Master or Master because you know in Birth by how he fucked up his eye. So I was like, he has to be Lucia.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. That shit don't bother me. I wanna know why the fuck them niggas still alive and how they've been living in pretty much a parallel universe. They're like, oh, we were summoned. These niggas should be dead.
Yeah.
A whole war was fought for these niggas.
To
and
be
it's still alive.
fair, Ericus, also dead. He appeared. Who's to say that they're alive?
That was
And
horseshit, though.
Ericus did not have a body. And they kind of, I feel like the ending, honestly, I feel like the whole Ericus ending is like complete another bullshit. It was like, fuck, we have to find our way out of this hole. You know what? That nigga Ericus. You know, that nigga Terra murdered him.
Yeah.
But we gonna make sure his heart's still alive.
What?
Tell me when! When this nigga Terra didn't even have a goddamn body. When the fuck did he have his heart? When did he? You're telling me 2 hearts living in a suit of armor? You know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying he was there. He was in the physical body.
I mean, Sora had like fucking 3 niggas in him.
Sora's body's for rent. We already know. Vacant.
Before even Dream Drop was a thing, there's a cutscene inside of Terra's mind after Xehanort takes his body, after he loses his memory. They're fighting for control of this body. Xehanort's like, I took your shit. Why the fuck are you in my body? Terra just looks at him, smiles, get what he says, but then back to Xehanort. Ericus, you sly dog. And then into that cutscene.
Do you know why?
That still doesn't explain how he's like, okay, unless
That's how.
unless in my head canon, you know when Ericus falls over when he when Terra first beats him, he like poofs in the smoke. I like to think Terra during that fall he like kind of snorted some Ericus. That's how he got in there. He had a little sniff of his previous master, and that's how he got in there.
Oh, good shit.
Master.
So one part that always irritated me about this game is when they're fighting and they're like, check me. I was like, wait, is this game all just a game of chess? I was like, hold on, this even take place? And I was like, okay, it did take place. I'm happy now. Guys, I'm not playing 13 years of a goddamn chess game.
Alright, so do you want me to answer your questions one by one, or were they all rhetorical?
I literally have a note here for Xavier's bullshit explaining, so go ahead.
So, the lights of the past, like everybody from Union Cross. Bear back, I'm gonna head to the bathroom, but you can keep going, dog.
Excuse me, peoples.
I don't even know what to say for
I'm
that.
about to say, you better not tell me some lies. You know why? Because after I saw that shit, and I was mad, I was texting JT, and I was like, piece of shit game, I went on a fucking hunt for information. Because I was like, there's no fucking way that these things should be alive. No. And I was like, you know what? There has to be something.
It's like
some small detail that tells me why these niggas still
the
alive.
mobile game. Wait, are you talking about the Masters or like the fucking plethora of Keyblades that Sora rides on? Which one? I can only answer one at a time.
Masters.
Masters? Alright. So, they definitely died. That I can guarantee.
They ain't dead.
Yeah,
They ain't not dead.
Mm-hmm.
And they still apparently really mad. They still looking for this. You know what I thought was real funny? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to yell anymore. But you know what I thought was real fucking funny? They're like, yo, who this fucking trainer though? Yo, this fucking.
Yeah.
They still looking for the same trainer. It's been like 2 million years.
So,
But I'm just over here like, wait, isn't the trainer missing?
which would be Ava because she didn't show up.
Nah,
Yeah, she
That's
did.
what I'm
But
saying.
no, she wasn't the traitor.
Ava-
She's the reason why the world didn't perish.
Yeah. Now it's
So,
not why she missing. That's
any-
cool.
alright,
No,
so-
that's why she was invited to the club.
Don't tell off.
I guess the way that conversation went is because she was kind of the only one that fulfilled her role from the Master of Masters. It's not really explained.
I know you're
But-
explaining, Xavier. I look shit up. I know. Your
As far-
answers mean nothing to me.
As
I've done
far
all
as
the
everybody
research.
else, it's nothing but speculation. The only thing that I can think of is, well, in the final battle, you know, Vexen is in the organization, and Dance Water Dance is in the organization. Demix.
Yeah.
Neither of them take place in the final battle. Matter of fact, once you get there, you don't see them for the rest of the game. Vexen makes the replicas. Demix, like, was kind of hired as like a
Benched.
middle ground to like, all right, yeah, he was benched. Get some replicas, give them to the good guys, because I can't give up my like standing with the organization. Who's to say that they're not just replicas put in a body?
Don't,
All right, that's
don't
enough
bull-
of that
don't bull-
part-time
don't-
travel nonsense.
Don't
with you.
bullshit me, Xavier.
No, not time travel, just like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
they
you
do.
don't. That's all.
He
That's all.
admitted
There
it.
we go. That's all you need to say, Xavier.
Turn it off!
All right, stream over.
Actually, I just thought of something.
What?
Mushu once had a Keyblade. Sora has a Keyblade, and he literally summons people from across time and space. People he's connected his hearts with. Who's to fucking say Mushu can't do the same thing, being of a higher ranking Keyblade wielder than Sora?
You know what's really funny, Xavier?
What? You're
Up
still
until
trying.
now, everyone was dead. See, do you know what the thing about Xehanort never fucking died. Xehanort never.
I took that final cutscene as him dying. Or like while he's walking away with Ericus.
That's
And when they both
very,
turn young.
very, very end of the game. Lushu admits that. Alright, let's pretend that Masters and Masters aren't fucking people for a second here. Right? Lushu's like, when they first see him, like, who are you? We're like, I was like, oh, what's up, guys? He's like, my name's Zigbar now. He's like, who the fuck? he's like, if you don't call me Lushu, you know, it's whatever. I go by Zigbar now. And there's like, nah, and let's be real here. I don't know about you, but that bear nigga pissed me the fuck off. This thing is already square up with everyone. This thing is already, what was your fucking role? What? Nigga's been mad for years.
What was your role?
That just reminds me of Town of Salem. What's your role? You don't want to say?
Messing after all these years, Bear Man is still mad.
I said the realest of real niggas. But like all the organization members from Union Cross, like Larxene, Marluxia, the reason why they lived for so long is they got turned into nobodies. Nobodies don't age.
Yeah. Why the fuck are 7 people that should be dead still alive, Xavier?
Only thing I can think of is that they turn to nobodies.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that because there's a whole Keyblade filled with bodies.
But you don't see their keys there. You see a bunch of random ass keys, but you don't see the master's
That's
keys.
because the only game they were mentioned was in a fucking mobile game, and that was Kingdom Hearts trying to be like, fuck, we need to expand the series. How do we make this game longer?
So even in this one, in 3, you don't see them at all.
Xavier, I like how you're trying to find answers.
You ask questions, I'm trying to answer them.
You don't need to answer them. I'm asking questions for just future questions. When Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, which it won't. We can only hope. 9 years later.
But I think we're good. So
If only.
what's left? I'm pretty sure it's just the final thought.
I'm so fucking mad. Piece of shit.
Not really. The final world, Starway to Heaven sucked, and Xehanort's just full of fucking nonsense. How is he a misguided good guy, Xavier? Please explain that bullshit to us.
Worlds have too much light. I want equilibrium.
Oh, Xavier actually did explain this to me months ago. He's one of those bad guys that thinks he's doing good by doing super fucking wrong.
Yeah.
He thinks there's not balance. Like there's too much fucking light. There's got to be some dark to balance it out. He's kind of like that.
Yeah, once upon a time, all the worlds were one. Kingdom Hearts appeared, plunged literally everything into darkness, created a new world, the worlds we know now. What if we summon it again? Would it do something good? I don't know. Let's do this shit for science!
That's literally his reason.
How is that good? It just sounds like a curious ass.
He's actually like,
And on top
Kingdom
of the
Hearts.
You're right.
And to top that off, the worlds are filled with too much light. If we equal it out like it's supposed to be with equal parts light and equal parts darkness, maybe we can bring this shit back to the good old days of yore. What were you gonna say, David?
I was saying, Xavier's actually, the reason why, I agree with you, first of all, and the reason why Xehanort is the bad guy is because he's like, there was no bad guy, so I had to become the bad guy. And that's pretty much how he explains it. He's like, there was no darkness, so I became the darkness. I had to set this shit right. And it was like, and then Sora's like, it wasn't your choice, and it was like, yeah, it kind of was.
Yeah.
Alright, so last thing.
Xehanort's hearts are real pretty. Xehanort's hearts are real pretty, but those motherfuckers scare the shit out of me.
Last thing.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. You can't run, can't hide. I'm always in attack mode. I'm always in attack.
Can't hide, they'll just warp the world and find you. I like that fight. I really like that fight.
I was scared as fuck. I was like, this is too peaceful. I'm sorry.
This is too good. One last thought about like that area. I'm more disappointed you can't explore it.
Oh, you can't explore it?
Stairway to Heaven?
Just don't go look for it, because they're gonna find you. you
Yeah,
can
so
run. You
it's
can't
like,
hide though.
You can't explore that world outside of boss fight. You go too far, they gonna fuck you.
There's a chest there though, isn't there?
No,
I know. I was wrong. I wasn't talking. I was wrong. I mistook that place for heaven. When Sora
final
fucking dies.
Final.
There's one chest.
Not Stairway to Heaven. I forget
There's
that.
there's one chest in fucking heaven, and it's an Orichalcum Plus.
Yeah.
Oh fucking course. Alright, missing character interactions. That's about it.
Missing character interactions, such as
Roxas and then look at each other.
oh yeah.
Surprised for like half a
yeah.
second, but never speak.
Yeah.
Are you me?
Nice
Are you
of you.
other me? Are you-
Hey, look at my handsome ass boy. Look good, pops.
Like I like that. Yeah, because like there really is no. Oh. Okay, I have something to say real quick.
There it goes.
Real quick. Yeah, that interaction kind of annoyed me at first. Actually, there's two interactions that I think don't go anywhere where they feel like they should. When Ben and Roxas meet, it's just a quick, like, 3-second look. I at least would have loved it looking good, sexy. You too, man!
button.
Real quick, yeah, go ahead.
Duh. Literally, both of them are in Sora throughout the entire journey. Ventus shows that he knows shit that happened. He met Roxas without meeting Roxas. So when Roxas got reabsorbed, maybe they had a conversation in Sora's heart.
I'm not asking for why. I'm not asking for
Also,
why they're not talking.
There's no time. There's a fucking war going on right now.
I mean, post when they're like all playing on the beach and shit. I don't mean to ask. I don't mean like, you know, why aren't they questioning why there's two of them? I want just an interaction of some sort, not questioning why they look the same. I know they already know that.
It's like I feel like they're like, oh, so this motherfucker really does look just like me.
Yeah.
Neat. All right.
Oh no, he's on. And the other thing I want to, the interaction I wanted the most that I didn't get is the one between Terra and Riku, because they literally haven't seen each other since that day he gave them the power. I at least wanted some interaction between them. Yeah, I was like, oh look, the kid you gave your power, like you shared the power with, he grew up and he became a master. So like that's dope. And like one joke I always made is that when Riku first became a master, and like I would have loved if he held up the keyblade like, that was for you, Terra! My boy got cheated!
I did this for you.
Yeah, so but I would have liked an interaction there, but I didn't get one, and I felt like that was missing. Like, I'm not something, but there isn't. Like, at least the Ven and Roxas thing, they look at each other, but Terra and Riku don't say anything to each other.
JT, the other one, fucking Aqua and Ven.
Aqua and Ven? Oh, like you don't see your friend in like 13 years and all you can say is good morning?
Well, she's always had like very minimal character.
And you know what? I still don't like that about Aqua. The most emotion I've ever seen her show is when Zach asked her out on a date.
I mean, after she said good morning, she cried.
But it's still not much.
Alright, we know. No, we know. But I'm just saying, we already have a message saying it's stream about that.
Oh, Ninja Bros is back.
He was hoping to come back and we were still going. But we're going to end soon anyway.
Okay.
We're near pretty much the final thoughts part.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. I was just saying I wanted more interaction. That's all I personally wanted.
It would have been nice.
She got real interactive when she saw Riku and Mickey. She's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you both. I do not care.
Never said leave me here.
All this time for the trailers, I thought she got taken over by darkness. I mean, technically, it's still right, but it's not like it's like corruption, but it's not like due to years of being in there. She just got hit with the right blast.
Nah, I think it was a blast. I think it was falling into that ocean.
A little column A, a little column B, honestly. I think the blast and the ocean did it.
For someone named
So if you go deep enough
swim.
in that ocean, you fall off. Good thing Riku and Sora just walked across the shit in Kingdom Hearts 2 at the end.
There was a door of light. They had protection.
I told you the only reason Aqua didn't get that because she didn't get a message in a bottle.
Also, they're islanders. They know how to swim.
And to be fair,
Her name is Aqua!
You think, right?
And to be fair, I forget who says it, but I think it's Ansem that says it's his connection to Kyrie that opened the door back to the world of
Let's
light.
talk about that bullshit too.
What?
Kyrie's like
Kyrie was useless.
Kyrie is Sora's unicorn,
Yeah. She says, Ex Machina.
and thus, where the fuck is Sora? Did he just straight up disappears?
Does nobody listen to Young Xehanort?
No, he's a bitch.
Even King Mickey said it. The power
power
of
of
waking
waking
is
at
meant
least
to use hearts to get from world to world.
Oh, that?
Not go searching for a heart.
But how did she make it back and he didn't?
That's
Okay.
the idea would be that he made it back and then
She's a princess of heart. Maybe she saved herself while he's still looking.
yeah, this nigga, she got fucking
This
sliced in
thing's
half.
probably still looking.
But the moment he left, she came back.
So
Literally just missed him, dog.
I can literally say this one of two ways. She's princess of heart. She fucking saved herself.
I doubt that.
Or-
she got fucking cut in the back and Xander was like, yeet, 13, alright, let's go. Alright.
Savage. But anyway, or he spent so much time going from heart to heart that he lost his physical body and now he has to be saved. Because that's how Xehanort and Mickey were making it sound. Like you will lose yourself in the darkness if you do this for too long.
Well, before we head to final thoughts, I do just want to say real quick, I hate the fact that I've been reading. Oh, okay. I do hate the fact that not technically, this woman's been literally training to become a Keyblade wielder, and she's fucking useless.
She's only killed 2.
She killed 2. Better than us the first time we started because she one-shot him.
That's not fair. She already comes with a built-in buff.
What, being a light?
Yep.
But she doesn't do anything. Like, she trains with Axel, goes into the battle, and then fucking Xemnas takes her. That's it. And then Xehanort just... Again, going back to just a pancake, like, he had Xehanort say this one line, because the joke with him is he always makes Xehanort just say Keyblade, and then there's a bunch of Keyblade! And then there's a line where, like, Xehanort had me laughing. It's like, he said Keyblade, and the text said, the light and darkness have clashed 9 times. 4 more times, and I get that sweet Keyblade, baby! I love that video. That's great. But that's all I wanted to say. And at this point, I'd say we're pretty much on final thoughts.
Yep.
Might as well finish up at this point.
I mean, this game ain't good.
More or less, anything you felt missing could be improved. If you could change one single thing, what would it be? Yada yada.
So final thoughts.
Was it worth the wait?
No.
Nope. We'll let Xavier go first since he's the fan.
I mean, y'all already gave your answer, so we only on.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go into detail later, but in terms of explain detail, I'll let the fan go first.
Correction, I changed my mind. I spoke too fast. Yes and no.
Okay, let me put it this way: is it enough to burn down Square Enix?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he said yeah.
Yeah. Because
Hurry about the plane ticket.
I love the game, don't get me wrong. But just for how it is, I feel like it could have came out sooner.
That's alright, then let's change the question. Do you think it deserves the reviews it's getting?
I don't know.
It's 9
ranked,
to 10.
It's ranked high, but I feel like only
It's
because
nostalgia.
yeah, I feel like it's nostalgia talking, and for the fact that people have been waiting this for a while, I don't think it deserves the 9 and 10s it gets. If I had to personally score it, at most,
You said it was a low 8. Right?
a low 8, because some things feel incomplete and not really finished.
I would agree with you there. I think the game, once again, like, the last world saved the game for me. Like, it was fun, but it was like, and once again, why I like hate the gummy ships is like, I just want to know the fucking story at this point.
Yeah. Plots don't really happen in between the Disney worlds like in all the Kingdom Hearts games. It kind of starts, and there's some little chunks in there that continue the story, but it's like the story starts at the beginning and doesn't really continue till near the end, where you finally get Aqua and Ven.
Yeah.
Like it's not stretched evenly through the center, going through the world.
It's like you get a nugget between each world, but then you get a course at the beginning, and then at the end of each galaxy, pretty much.
And you get the whole Thanksgiving dinner right when you finish Big Hero 6. Because they're going back after that.
Like, it feels rushed at the end. Like, Aqua and Ven being like, I get why Ven would be saved immediately after Aqua, because only she knows where he really is. By the way, saving fucking Grace, got rid of that godforsaken castle and turned it back into Eric's crib. But I feel like that should have happened sprinkled in between. Like, here's the story, here's Aqua, immediately go save Ven. I was like, so it makes me feel like the shit I did in the middle, story-wise, doesn't really feel connected well.
It's like everything in the beginning was Sora grinding because he wasn't ready yet. That's essentially all it was.
Yeah,
It's like,
I get that.
story-wise, I think I'd give the game a high 8. Gameplay-wise, I'd give it more of a low 8. But, like, overall, I think I'd give the game, like, a 7.
I'd still play KH2 before this game, in all honesty.
I give this game...
I can hear the turmoil from here.
The combat, I love. And I, like, the thing is, I'm not trying to look at it with nostalgia. I feel like a lot of the reviews look at it with nostalgia eyes. And a lot of gamers look at it through nostalgia eyes. Because, yeah, it's like, you wait 13 years. Like, this is like that golden baby you waited to play for so fucking long. It's 3. It's finally 3. And it's like, it's not a bad game by any sense of the word.
No,
it's
not
bad at all.
but it did not live up to the hype I waited for. So it's hard for me to give it a 10 because if I give it a 10, it's like it was literally all I wanted, and I didn't get what I wanted. I got like, here's the wrap-ups of this saga, and that's pretty much it. Like there isn't like, and then the game like teases the next one, but it's like here's the wrap-ups. That's it.
And it's like, honestly, I feel JT put it the best like the other day. The game feels rushed.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they fleshed out in the wrong areas. Like, the Disney worlds. You don't repeat them like you do in 2, but I'm fine with that.
I know.
Ninja Bros, I agree. It did not live up to the 13 years and 7 weeks to it.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like all the Disney worlds are fine. Maybe spend a little bit less time in them and add, like, at least one of the other original worlds to flesh out, like, more of what... to answer questions better. Because, like, honestly, the only question they didn't answer was the box. All they did, they answered questions, but they added a shit ton more questions, which I figured. I was fine with that.
That pissed me the fuck off with the box and the questions.
It's like...
Fuck the crown.
I feel like just something is missing.
I can't say, which this part really upsets me. I can't say, I wanted to say that Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to be the best Kingdom Hearts out of all of them. That's what everyone wanted to say.
Gameplay-wise, I would say it is.
You know what was missing? The boss fights against the real organization in the Disney worlds.
Yeah.
You know what?
Thank you!
That's one of the reasons why I like 2 so much. Because of that.
You have a reason? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's just one of the main points why I keep telling Xavier. I was like, Xavier's like, I like going the worlds once. I was like, going the worlds once is such... It shortened the game's life for me. Because, like, when you went to the worlds once, it's like, honestly, if you're not completionist, you have no fucking reason to go back to them.
Yeah.
Like, if you play Herc's World 2.9, you have no reason to go back to that world. Ever. Ever again. But if you had, like, something that made you want to go back to that world, like, I was like, oh, you get to fight Hades, finally, and finish that battle, because you fought Hades in the last 2, why the fuck are you fighting in this game? You don't. You fight Titans.
Right. You don't fight Hades. Granted, I did really like the Titan fight, but the exclusion of fighting Hades was
The
it.
Titans fight was fine, but if I had the reason to go back and fight Hades, that would have been what would have ended that world for me. That would have been fine. Like, if I had a reason to go back. And, like, I didn't feel like I ever completed a world. It was more like, I'm running through the world, and it's like, oh, you got to Frozen. It's like, alright, cool. You meet Larcene. Okay, she's not fucking with the world, she's just being difficult. And then you get to the end, and it's like, alright, cool, but it's like, that's it. It's Frozen. You already know the movie, so you already know how this ends. You already know the movie.
It sucks to say. I want to call this the best Kingdom Hearts game, but I can't because there's some things missing. Like, one thing I pointed out after a while, I was like, I realized that the other 2 games have this and this one doesn't. There's no tournament in this game.
No.
Nope. Like, not at all. Like, there's no Olympus tournament or tournament in general. It's completely gone.
There's no Olympus here.
Yeah, I mean, the world itself I like, but the tournament is missing, and that makes me feel like that's part of the rush. Like, you know that giant ass arena where you fought the Titans? I thought something was gonna be there. Like, yeah, a battle gate is there later on post game, but it's not a tournament, and I feel like I can't say Kingdom Hearts 3 is the best Kingdom Hearts game. If I had to choose between the ones, I'd still play 2 over 3. And I'm not a diehard fan like Xavier, but that's disappointing to wait so long for a game at the end. I'd still say I'd go back to the previous one. So, would I play this game again? Yes, but I wouldn't get everything again.
Kingdom Hearts 2 was a lot flashier too.
I don't know about
Compare. This is what I mean by comparison, right? Look at Kingdom Hearts 2 final battle with Xehanort. Look at your Kingdom Zemnis, and look at the final battle of Kingdom Hearts 3 with Xehanort.
Okay, yeah. And
What was
flashiness in that regard?
What
yeah.
was fucking a better fight?
A better fighter had better cuts.
Just looked overall better. I think Zemnis looked when you were going through the fucking and you were cutting shit up with fucking Sora and buildings.
Okay, that part was dope.
That
part was
dope.
dope.
Oh, so we're talking about
aesthetic.
So we're talking about start to finish, not just the final battle.
Yes.
Cause then I would give that one to 3 because Xehanort's literally warping the world.
That
He's
doesn't.
literally turning the world upside down and shit.
I don't interact with it though. Like, I interact with him when I'm fighting him, but when I'm fighting Xemnas, I'm fucking cutting buildings up, and then fucking Riku comes in, and Riku fucking and me team up. That's fucking sick.
I do
I do
love
like that.
to troll fans who play Kingdom Hearts 2. Someone tries to do the same thing to Xehanort that he did with Xemnas with Riku, trying to shoot a beam of light. And
no.
Xehanort's like, oh shit, my first death!
Oh, I also love that. Like, Sora's literally like dead. And it's down on the Goofy, you're like, Sora, wake the fuck up!
Yeah, I'm like in my controller, like,
How
what
to
the fuck?
do this?
Oh, yeah, like,
That scared the
what the fuck?
fuck out of me. Question. Did it not do anything to you guys press the button, or did it do it automatically?
No, you had to press.
I
thought
yeah.
so. I'm like, where is something? I pressed something, and then it rumbled, and I heard down.
Yeah, you have to move
What?
something. Yeah.
Like, I love that.
I was like,
That
nice,
was great.
That shit was also, well, real quick, to wrap up my thoughts anyway. One thing, I did like fighting Ansem, Xehanort, and Xemnas at the same time at the end, but they were complete watered down from the games they're from. Like, I tried to fight them chronologically. Realistically, they should have fucked me up, because Ansem alone, where's your 50-foot tall, like, built battleship monster looking thing? Because if you had that, I felt like you would have fucked me up. By yourself, you ain't shit. I fought a battleship version of you the first time.
I would have loved to run up that with Kingdom Hearts 3's gameplay. Oh, and traversing that one like with the current gameplay would be great.
And yeah, like we brought up earlier, like finish them off, and they're all like have their own thing. Ansem, Riku, you've grown strong. Go out and show your strength. Xemnas, I feel loneliness for betraying my comrades. Young Xehanort, suck my dick. You're gonna die, Sora.
Teenage all the way, baby.
But all around, to finish off my thoughts, the game was good all around, not worth the wait. I'd still play 2 over it any day. Aesthetically, it's beautiful, gameplay is still solid, but story, it fucking bothers me. There's some gaps, it feels rushed in the end to me, but I'm not calling it a bad game. Not at all. Not at all. It's still a good game, but I can't call it the best Kingdom Hearts game. I'd still recommend 2 over it any fucking day, to be totally honest. But that's my final thoughts anyway, so I'll just leave the rest to Xavier and David in terms of their thoughts, in case they had any more to say.
Honestly, if you took like, not like all the gameplay from 3, but like, if you took the drives and made them as accessible as they are in 3 and 2, hands down 2 would be my favorite. Hands down.
Yeah.
But, like, gameplay-wise, they're kind of on the same level. Story-wise, I think I would like 2 more. Because it just flows better.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
2's just a better game.
2's just.
anyway,
I'm sorry.
So, like, I did miss the organization fights in the Disney worlds, but I don't think they would need 2 trips for it. Like, do the Disney World, do all of that shit, and like you don't have to leave and come back, but then like do like maybe something small in between, and then go to the organization fight or whatever fight would be for the return to that world.
Yeah.
Carabolio.
Sure.
And this is why I'm gonna agree with JT. I think 2 was what this is completely post game. This is more like debating between ourselves now.
Nah, I mean, go ahead.
But
we're about to wrap up the stream soon anyway.
But it's just like the reason why I also think like I think that 3 does flow better in the combat. But remember that question we were asking about like why does 3 feel so like empty in some areas? Mm-hmm. It's like nothing was rememberable.
Yeah.
Like look at Kingdom Hearts 2. What's like I can be like, what battle made you hate your life? Demix. You know, after that battle, I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2 in fucking years, and I can remember like the battles that like fucking sucked dick, and like they were still fun. I can say it 5 years from now, I'm probably not gonna remember the battles in this game.
I don't know if that question's fair for me because I've played that game maybe 20 times.
Yeah, that's you. I'm saying like for me, that's just a fan and not a diehard fan. It's like the Battle of 1,000 Heartless is a fucking awesome boss battle.
That brings up something that pissed me off over 3. When you're in the Keyblade, when you first get to the Keyblade graveyard,
And you do that first Heartless Rush.
yeah,
And you can't hit all of them?
No. That honestly pissed me off.
Oh.
They're low quality. They don't give you experience. They don't count to the counting down or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like in Kingdom Hearts 2 where literally 1,000 Heartless are there and they're waning down as you're going down. No. It's like they don't disappear. It feels like a waste. Like, it's not the same. It's like you're fighting wave after wave and like the shadows are just kind of there for aesthetic. I don't want aesthetic. I want them to be there.
Yeah.
I want to be killing them. I felt like they took that from me.
Yeah. Like you're fighting them and the other people are just viewers.
Yeah.
No shit.
It's like, oh, get him, Nick. Oh, he got it. Hit on the keyblade whip. That's my Nick. Oh, he's dead now. Oh, he got it. Hit. Oh, that's my new nigga.
Oh, you killed him too. Fuck, man, I put $50 on that guy.
Oh shit, but that guy just lost. Now I have my $15 back.
Alright.
But I just feel like nothing in this game was memorable enough for me to like. There's nothing in this game where I'm like, damn, that's gonna be a fucking memory. Like even the Xehanort boss battle, I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, damn, that's gonna be a memory. Like Kingdom Hearts 2 just had better battles, better bosses, better everything. In the game, honestly, I felt Kingdom Hearts 2 felt longer in just every way.
Yeah, like the game overall 100%, it did take me 80 hours, but it didn't feel like 80 hours, if that makes any sense. Because I think total time it took me like 82 hours to do every single thing, but it didn't feel that long. Yeah, start to finish, like just plot-wise, 3 is slightly longer, but it doesn't feel that way. It's just because the worlds are bigger.
And I guess another point is that like I don't really feel like comparing 2 and 3, because that's what I'm pretty much doing now. I didn't feel like I went on an adventure. I feel like I was finishing a chapter, and I understand that's what the game was, but it's like in 2, I felt like I went on an adventure. In this game, I'm more so just like, and I guess this goes to JT's story about breaking the game was poorly broken up, where it's like, all right, you do 3 worlds, all right, here's a cutscene. Or you do another 3 worlds, here's a cutscene. Here you do 3-ish worlds, all right, here's the end of the game. Oh, okay. I did just do 3 worlds, and then I have to come back here and do like them again. I feel like I went on an adventure. I more so finished. It felt rushed.
Yeah. But we all good?
Yeah.
Alright, well, there's our thoughts.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is better than Kingdom Hearts 1.
Kingdom Hearts 4 equals KH2.
Facts.
Yeah, when I'm dead.
Nah! Only when you're 45.
But all around, I think we can all agree.
It's gonna be VR.
Yeah. all around, I think we can all
VR for that.
We can all agree that the game overall is good, but can't really say best Kingdom Hearts game.
I agree.
No.
Yeah.
I would not.
Don't hate the game, just not the best. You know what I'm saying?
Roxas's fight. I'm sorry. That was a fucking battle. Nothing compared to that.
In the piano piece.
But it's like nothing compares.
Honestly, I don't even think the soundtrack compares to 2 either.
Like, it's good.
Matter of fact,
What's up?
80% of the songs are recycled.
True.
Almost all the songs in the Keyblade Graveyard are recycled. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but like each fight changes, song changes, but it's a different song that was used before.
Yeah. You
And
have
like
a point.
in the basic Keyblade Graveyard song, it was a slight remix. I enjoyed that. That was pretty good.
Well, I'd say we pretty much got all our thoughts out. So, that's our very first retrospective.
It was long as fuck.
It was.
If we do this again, we have to definitely shorten this down to like 5
No.
minutes
We'll
per
make the
question.
points more simplistic. Like, main story. Like, okay, we'll write it out, but it'll be more. It'll be more consistent.
Like an actual retrospective. Like, how would we rate the game based off of like certain plots?
Well, it's the very first one we're doing, so
we talk about the whole fucking game.
yeah, it's the very first one we're doing, so we can like build upon it. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get better. We'll get better. But that's all pretty much what we have to say for this talk about KH3. Good game. That's it though. But you know, since David's the one that started, he could be the one to end it. So, is there one more thing you wanted to say before we signed off?
Keyblade.
Same here. Actually, speaking of Keyblade, no, we're gonna stop the
button
music.
the whole fucking time.
We're gonna I have pressed it. You just couldn't hear it over the music. There we go. All right. As for me, are you still streaming? Are you streaming tomorrow?
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know. We'll see how I feel.
Okay. Xavier might stream Pokemon. He's finally going back to that.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like I said, it might be Kingdom Hearts 3 cleanup. We'll see how
But
I feel.
Evie wants to do shit.
Everyone might still want to play Kingdom Hearts.
But
We'll see how I feel.
Evie.
It's been 2 weeks.
Damn it. But I got nothing more to say other than that. Xavier might stream tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. But other than that, nah. Pretty much all we got to say. So you know what, David? You sign us off. Go do it.
This is our first time doing this, so we'll definitely get like hopefully not like 3 or 4 hours long and maybe like condensed. But thank you for staying, and it's been fun. So like we're on.
Sorry, I had to do it. I had to. Sorry.
So thank you. Have a good night, because it's not good morning yet. Have a good night. And we're
Only okay! Yeah! Oh yeah, I mashed it. I mashed it real good.
Oh,
All right. See you next time, guys. Bye.